vibrating!
Red alert. All hands stand to battle stations.
Welcome to the danger zone.
These are the 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. voyages of the Enterprise's night crew. Its continuing mission is to patrol.
I need you.
And keep the primitive still. There she is. There she is.
Starfleet, it's the Strip.
What is all this? Don't ask me.
But Vegas ain't what it used to be.
Vic Fontaine's hotel's just been bought by gangsters.
When the mob puts the make on the crew's favorite holosuite.
You, Vicky boy, are about to take a powder.
Now, one bad roll of the dice.
If we get rid of Frankie Eyes, everything resets back to the way it was.
And their history.
We're running out of time.
On the next Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Hello and welcome to Midnight Continuum number 6, where we are reviewing an exceptionally fun Deep Space Nine episode. In fact, the last fun, lighthearted episode before we get deep into the war and finish the series. And this one is called Badda-Bing, Badda-Bang. And it has one of my favorite lines from Cassidy Yates, but we're going to have to wait to talk about it. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And holodeck adventures, a lot of people complain about them, but they're some of my favorite kind in Star Trek. And this one delivers just as well as many of them. And actually, who says the Doctor from Voyager is the only holo character with personhood? Very clearly, Vic also approaches that as well, doesn't he? And we get a wonderful demonstration that we, in many ways, about how he's changed the lives of the people on the station on Deep Space Nine. And very clearly, Vic has run so long, because Dr. Zimmerman's not the only one who can do it. Felix can do it too. We don't know a whole lot about Felix. But Vic's program has run so long that he's become a very complex being, as we learned in the episode very concretely, in which Nog has to deal with PTSD and amputation. So this is at the end of the series. So these characters have been developed a lot. And there's a reasoning to conclude that it's easy to see why all of these characters care about a hologram.
Well,
Except for Worf.
I would add that Moriarty wasn't just a hollow schlub either.
That's true. Moriarty is another one. They're not all sentient, but the ones who do are, well, and he was the first one that we really recognized as such. And then, of course, we had the sexy lady, Minuet, but she wasn't exactly. But she was programmed by the binars, and she was really special too.
Don't forget Janeway. Well, this is after, but Janeway fell in love with a hologram as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but she deleted his wife. That was terrible.
Yep.
That's a different story.
She
I don't like the
evil
Haven
expression on her face as she did it.
Yeah, she deleted his wife, and she was like, "Oh no, you know what? I want somebody who likes my hobbies too." So she changed his personality. What is wrong with this lady?
I'll kill your wife like I killed Neelix.
You mean Tuvix?
Tuvix.
Yeah, no, sorry, wish fulfillment.
Yeah, fair enough. And so before we get started on the episode, I do see that we have some people here, including a very new member to our channel membership. Being a member on this channel is a lot of fun, and I want to thank Crazy Horse for becoming a member. So we'll be having another membership stream. I have 2 of them, not one, not Not one, but just two. I've got two memberships.
Not one,
mean-
not two, but two.
Yeah, well, I've got one on the first Wednesday of the month usually. So that's going to be next Wednesday. And then the following Tuesday, yeah, on Wednesday I have it during the day, normal showtime hours, but on Tuesday, the week after, I have it at nighttime so that more people could show up and hang out. And so that I cover all the people who are members and want to hang out when we're going live.
The
And I
day
think
walkers
that's
and the night hawks.
Yeah, exactly. And then sometimes I'll do some short content, which I need to do more of. I owe DJ Play Nice more readings because I'm reading some novels that he likes me to read. And also, I've got to say hi to everybody else here who have joined us. Thank you so much. Canadian Spider-Man says, yay, Star Trek. I know, it's been a while, hasn't it, Spidey, since I've done a Star Trek. I need to do more. And
Spidey.
Lemon Pie particularly
Lemon.
likes DS9. Nice. And hey, you're on the panel. Hey, welcome. Speaking of which, hello and welcome to the Wayfarer Project. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hello, lovely to be here.
Yes. And I got you that link. Yeah, it's almost time for Caper. We're working on that. And hello again to Crazy Horse. Glad you're here. Old Man Bird is here too. Santa dropped a big bag at your house, DJK. And then that's talking to Kimberly here. Hope you got one. Oh, yeah. You got the Switch too. That's why he said that. That makes sense. That's cool. I like the Switch too, just because we'll finally be able to play Fallout 4 on it. Somebody really needs to work on the holodeck, Lemon Pie. It has caused some issues. Yeah, just a few. That's why I'm glad this one didn't go with the, oh no, we're all going to die because the safeties aren't working episode. It was just Vic who was in danger. I think that's beautiful. College Slammer, hello. Happy almost New Year.
Yes, yes.
Yes, that's true. And so I will have one more show for the year on Tuesday. And so we'll do that'll be my New Year's Eve stream.
Is that going to be a Twilight Zone?
No, there's no Twilight Zone for the rest of the year.
All right.
So it's just going to be a Shirley.
Hmm.
Vic Fontaine is badass, says Crazy Horse.
I
Okay.
like Vic.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like Vic. James Darren is awesome, but when we'll get there when we get there.
Exactly. We gotta get there when we get there. Hey, I think DJ Play Nice is here, stopping by to say hi and leave. Thanks, DJ Play Nice. Thanks for stopping by. And always glad to see you in any capacity.
Yes.
Hope you're doing well. Philip Blair, 20. Hello, Philip Blair. Greetings.
PB20. What up, yo?
I
I
hope
like your
everybody
avatar.
had great holidays or still having great holidays. Oh, what is the avatar of? I can't see. Let's see.
It looks like someone in a monster maroon.
Mm-hmm. 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 And oh yeah, be safe, have fun, take care of your crew, and rock. He does like to say that. Hello, Brogu.
Brogu.
I'm just checking to see who else is here. This is where I'm scrolling in silence because all of you guys are so awesome that you're typing more. Gavin Blackburn, he is here. Hello, Gavin.
Gavin.
What's up, Gav?
And Daniel's Hot Topics.
Dan.
Yeah, hope you're having a good time.
Cheers,
tonight.
buddy.
Lemon Pie says, in this episode, Cisco begins his singing career, which culminated in the thong song. Wrong Cisco, sorry. Yes, that is the wrong Cisco, but that's funny.
Well, you can tell because there's a Q in the other Cisco, and Cisco and Q don't get along.
And Daniel, Rick Fontaine is based on Frank Sinatra, so that's true.
Totes.
Especially with the all mob connections going on.
Hey, Castle Grace Skull. Welcome.
Yes, hello, Grace. Great to see you. Let's talk about a Star Trek episode. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Yes. I
And
do
there's just
like...
so much
Sorry.
that's exciting about what's happening during Deep Space Nine at this time, because so much has happened over the course of the 7 seasons. The characters have developed in so many different ways. Unfortunately, my heart hurt a little bit just thinking, we don't have Jadzia. It's got Ezri here, and I still like Ezri, but
Yeah, I
it was
think
one of those things.
Esri would be someone I would get along with a little better than Jadzia.
She is more relatable, I suppose.
Yeah.
Jadzia is like a super hero almost. Not exactly super, but she's like she's admirable. And so I'd respect her and just think, oh man, she's the greatest ever. But Esri I can chill with and have a glass of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas
And so
Jadzia
you
drinks PBR. I could
She
hang out with
probably-
Jadzia till the
You
live
could
long
check
day.
I know. Well, you could call this the last fun episode, like I said, before the final 10 episodes of Deep Space Nine wrap up the Dominion War. And so that's also really great. And so, of course, they've got to unwind a little bit. This is a great way for them to, and save a friend. Not only save a friend whose life is in danger, but also not think about impending doom. And it was also a pet project for Ira Stephen Bear for some time. He had wanted to do this kind of thing forever.
Well, and you could liken it to something like A Piece of the Action or The Royale. Like, there have been fantasy episodes, different planet episodes. Obviously, the Long Goodbye. Long Goodbye or The Big Goodbye? Big Goodbye.
One of those two. All I remember is that they stepped out of the holodeck and they looked at each other before they disappeared. So that was kind of weird. They should have just instantly disappeared.
Yeah, but I like that. I like the implications of both endings of both holographic programs in that episode. I think is poignant and I'm gonna take over the world, and then you just dissolve into dust. And then the other guy's like, what happens when you close that door? Am I still going to be here? And Picard goes like, I honestly don't know.
Hello to Psych Opera. Is the coast clear? Is the
That was
Phobos here? Psyche Opera. My
Yes.
apologies. Psyche.
That's my good lady wife.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
No, we haven't had any Istophobos sightings as of yet.
He's certainly welcome. So
Yeah.
I will not protect you from that danger.
Yes. But so far, if you're curious, the coast clear.
Oh, she gets along with Istophobos just fine every Sunday.
Oh, there was another Dixon Hill episode. I would argue that there are 3 or 4 if you want to count First Contact. Because there's the Big Goodbye, and then there's the one where Loaxana falls in love with the bartender because she can't read his mind. And then there's another one, I think it's the one where it's Clues, where Data is the only one who knows what's been going on with the displacement. And it starts off with Dixon Hill and Guinan as Gloria. I think she's Gloria. And it's the cold open to the episode. And then, if you want to count, the massacre at the dance hall in First Contact. So you get 4.
I just love when Beverly swallows her gum.
Yes. Hey, Grace.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Istophobos is the internet, says Gavin.
Oh my!
I did not know that. Good to know.
For I have no keyboard, but I must type.
So this episode is also based on, well, and aside from those episodes, I'm sure the writers were thinking about all those, but it's also based on the 1960 movie Ocean's 11 that did star Frank Sinatra and other singers, Dean Martin.
Have you seen it, Wayfarer?
The Ocean's 11 original? No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. I would love to hear anybody else's. Jill, have you seen it? I would love to hear other people's opinions on it. I think it's rather sloppy and boring, but
Well, I've never seen it. Jill, you may be muted.
No, I'm all right. I just was being strategic, and you called me out on it.
But have you seen? Did you see the 1960s Ocean's 11?
She's being strategic.
Oh, she's being.
No,
very
I haven't. No,
Great.
I thought I had answered. I thought I had answered you. No, I have not. Okay, I guess I was muted.
That's why I thought maybe you were muted because you just totally.
She fucking flipped the table. I hate that movie. It wouldn't be the first movie in Las Vegas that Jill has yelled at me about. So,
Wait. Oh no, it wasn't the movie's fault. I like that movie.
Yeah, no, it's interesting to watch as a sort of a time capsule to that era, that group of actors, and that town. I think it's interesting. But the set designer for this episode used the original Ocean's 11 and I think Viva Las Vegas, the Elvis and Margaret.
Wow.
The Romulan holodeck episode. Hey,
you
Gavin.
forgot that there is a Romulan holodeck episode.
Which one?
Romulan holodeck episode.
Because if Future Imperfect was actually made by Jaresh or whatever Riker's fake son's name was, and that had a Romulan holodeck, but the only other one I can think of is when Sela programs the holographic Spock.
I'm totally blanking on a Romulan holodeck.
Was it Next Generation?
Or maybe it's a fake.
Oh, Gavin would not fake us. He knows what he's talking about.
And I can't wait. I cannot wait. I love that.
Oh man, yes, when Cisco sank so low to get the Romulans in the war.
Dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, well,
we're going to get started on the episode, but first I need to pick a video to play for Gavin.
I wanted you to play, and can you just play? I didn't pay any money or anything, but can you play Leela saying "Big Badda-Boom"?
Oh, I got a clip.
Oh, Leela? Leela? Oh, Lilu.
Yes.
Yeah. Lilu. Okay.
Badda-Bing, boom, bada-boom.
Well, I don't have to say it now because
we've already done it. Yeah, I guess.
I do have that clip if you need me to get it. But I remember.
Yeah, big bada boom.
Bada boom.
Yeah, you got to keep it real short. I got hit on that clip one time when it was too long.
It's fun. It's a good time.
that was a good choice. Thank you, Gavin. But Future Imperfect. Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Episode.
Like, I swear, Jaresh.
He has a birthday party.
Yeah, and that's when they bring back Minuet for that episode, which is crazy callback. Season 1. Callback in season 3 for season 1. Season 4 for season 1.
Have any of you been to Vulcan, Canada? I have not, but Scotty, have you?
I have not. No,
You're
it's
in
all the way over
Canada.
in Alberti. So
Great episode with Garrick. Wait, which one is the great episode with Garrick? I love Garrick.
that's the
Garrick.
oh, what do they call? Oh, in the pale moonlight.
In the pale moonlight. Yeah, okay. When he blows up the senator. Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh, I like Garrick when he was Bashir's sidekick in the James Bond-esque type
Right.
episode. That was cool.
That was cool. That one I still need to review, actually. So you're
Yeah,
welcome for that
Mr.
one.
Brown Alliance, they were asking who was the best James Bond, and I put in Julian Bashir.
That is a great answer.
Kiss the girl, get the key. They didn't teach me that in the Obsidian Order.
See, and that's the thing, is that you get Esri in the Ocean's 11 sort of spin-off or pastiche, and you get Jadzia in the James Bond one. So you still get them both in their respective eras. Plus,
So
if you had Jadzia in this episode, she would have been the one flirting with Frankie Eyes, and then Kira would have ended up being the waitress.
you're right. But actually, I kind of like that they have Esri here for that particular thing for a
Yes.
reason, which I will explain when we get there.
I think
So
Kira
let's start the episode. Are you guys
did
ready?
fine
Oh,
as a seductress.
Oh,
She
Kira
did.
was great. She was great. But that if
she was
if,
great simply because Frankie was so into her.
Oh, the chemistry. And also, Nana Visitor is an amazing actress. But the thing is that if we had maintained the same cast through all 7 seasons, then they would have used Terry Farrell in that role. And Nana would have had all the fun as the ditzy waitress.
She would have. She knows how to have fun, so she would have done something with it, for sure. And well, Garrick is my favorite character, even though he's not in this one. But I appreciate everybody giving Garrick some love in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Always
he's
do.
awesome.
Well,
But
and
we
that's
got to
also
start with this
someone who's.
episode. 'Cause-
Let's go.
Yeah,
Yes.
you guys ready? Because we can sit here and just talk for 3 hours. And wait a minute, we forgot to talk about the episode. So we first find out Vic's knowledge of the Alamo comes from the John Wayne movie from 1960.
Mhm.
And 3 years before this episode aired, Darren's character was in the Alamo movie from 1966. So he was already in the Alamo. And O'Brien and Bashir, they want to take him to the Hollow Suite, to the Alamo, but he refuses because he doesn't look good in buckskin.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I do have videos, so let me make sure I have those ready to go. Where did I put them? Could you read this from Daniel while I look for those videos?
Daniel's Hot Topics. Hello, sir. In the chat says, Kira was great. That's what he said. Yeah. Well, don't forget, this is the part of the series where there's been it's turned. I think Jonathan Frakes affectionately referred to it as Deep Throat 9, just because all of the crew kept hooking up with one another. You had Jadzia and Julian, and then you had Jadzia and Worf, and then Odo and Kira hook up, and then Esri and Julian hook up, and so this is the
Daniel's
point.
not wrong. Before she got with Odo, she had a lot of boyfriends.
Oh, that's true. Shakar and Vedic Barile.
Oh, yeah.
I don't look good in buckskin.
I just like O'Brien's laughing there. It's so cute. Good giggle.
Well, as much O'Brien as possible. So
You're-
remind me, I've forgotten the Alamo. What is it?
It's in Texas.
You've forgotten
Okay.
him. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a fort in Texas. It's and it was the defense of, the Texans were defending it
Defending it
against the
from-
Mexicans.
Yeah. And
And they actually won it from the Mexicans, and they wanted some help from Santa Ana and all that, but they wouldn't come to help them. And so I guess they just thought it was a lost cause, that it wasn't worth the expenditure of resources. And so, but they stood their ground anyway. And because of that defeat, Santa Ana was like, "Oh, damn, for the Alamo!" And then he did all the things and won independence for Texas.
I remember on Sunday nights, I believe, growing up, they played the Davy Crockett series on television, like a Disney thing every Sunday night, and that was sad. Poor Davy Crockett.
Yeah, that just wasn't fair because he was sick. He was just in bed.
That poor David Croquet.
He would have been on his feet. Like he deserved to fight on his feet, but he was sick and they killed him anyway. That was pretty harsh. They spared the women and children, but not Davy Crockett. Nope, too bad you're sick.
Shall we continue with the slides?
Oh yeah.
Shall we? Well, you did ask about the Alamo.
I did ask about the Alamo.
You were making me think about the Alamo.
I was just making a bad joke because the saying is "remember the Alamo," and I was going in the opposite direction. So.
I thought you really wanted to know about the Alamo.
Nope, just a contrarian joke. You're welcome. And that's where they keep Pee-wee's bicycle as well.
It is. You can actually find Pee-wee's bicycle at the Alamo. It's not in the basement, but it's there.
If memory serves, Ozzy Osbourne peed on it and got arrested.
Yeah, he peed somewhere. He peed on a monument of one of the things. And yeah, he was banned from San Antonio for a little while. Then he came back and apologized.
Okay. Weird flex. I know he's a rock star, but I guess it's kind
of
metal.
No, he was just really drunk. He had to pee.
Not Ozzy.
It's fine. So, just remember, find a bush, do not pee on the Alamo.
Or use one of the public restrooms at that lovely monument. You don't have to pee on anything, Jill. You can go to the restroom.
That's true.
Or a bush, at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like I'm talking about people who are just so out of their mind they can't figure out public bathrooms.
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah, don't walk.
I've never peed in a bush, by the way. Anyway.
Yeah, if you're in Gettysburg, don't walk to the middle of the field and just hang a leak. Also, there are rattlesnakes in that field, so you don't want to walk there. The grass, it's high. Anyway, moving on.
So speaking of the Alamo,
yes.
The song that's in this episode, I was like, wait, I want this whole song. There is no whole song. They only wrote it partially, so the full rendition doesn't exist. The bits we hear were created by J.H. Hadaway, and it does not appear on the James Darren CD of Deep Space Nine songs, which I didn't realize there was a Deep Space Nine song CD for
just found
out. Now I
think Psyche has that CD, or did growing up.
Oh wow!
Now I need it.
Hey, Euler Greg.
And so,
sorry. Do you want to put the slides back up?
Yes. Thank you. Hello to not Z3PO. And Lemon Pie said Ozzy was probably loaded with alcohol plus 3 other drugs. I mean, you can't be mad at Ozzy for too long. That's true. I'm not mad at him anymore.
Yeah. Peeing on things is such a Miami.
Oh, you did? Oh my God. Spidey peed on a church.
Oh, dear.
Outer wall by the freeway in Glasgow, Scotland. He had no other choice.
If it's a church in Glasgow, Scotland, I can assure you, you're not the only person to have peed on it.
So many people.
That's what I've heard.
Now, hello to Euler Greg. I keep hearing the bloop sound. I guess I can let you guys hear it. The transporter sound.
Well,
Hello
it is
to
a
Oiler
Deep Space
Greg.
Nine episode.
And Miss Sparkles. Hey, Miss Sparkles.
Hey, Miss Sparkles.
How are you? So, as he's singing this song about the Alamo, everything suddenly changes from the nightclub, from the bar into a nightclub, rather, into a more sleazy.
Raunchy music creeps in.
They're playing Night
Raunchy
Train
music.
from, and I know it's not just from Back to the Future, but they're playing Night Train. Yeah.
Yes, and Vic immediately gets booed because everybody wants to see the ladies.
Of course. Well, and the thing, this is what I find hilarious about the entire program itself. And in universe, in the holographic world of Vic's, he absolutely hates customers except for people who come from outside the in hologram world. Like, there's nobody at that bar ever except for the finale. It's a lounge where you go, you sit, you relax. He sings for your friends. It's very one-on-one, but it is absolutely the least profitable business I have ever seen on any like entertainment. Like, you have a lounge with no cut. It's you look at Cheers, or you look at the bar from oh, look at the Regal Beagle from Three's Company. Look at the How I Met Your Mother bar, whatever that was called. Everywhere there's background characters, but that's the beautiful thing about the Holosuite program. And it's like, nope, every table is yours, and you get a band. And I just love how the beginning is. We have customers. What the fuck do we do? Sorry about the swear.
There was a good crowd the night that Odo played.
Oh, that's true, but that's also, it's kind of like when Data does stand-up comedy. They needed a crowd for Odo so he could impress Kira.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the usual crowd for Vix are turned off when the Starfleet officers showed up. Oh no, there was that time. Well, whenever Nog had a problem with his leg and he had PTSD and he was dealing with the new leg, it was pretty profitable those nights. It's not always empty. I think sometimes they have it empty for stylistic purposes.
That's true.
Nog improved the business. Oh, that's right.
He improved the books and
the Nog PTSD episode is kind of like after something horrible has happened to you and you start, playing Fallout 4 and you join the Minutemen and all you do is go around and build settlements and you're playing with the settlements and then you wake up and it's been a month and you're like, oh my God, I've wasted my life.
That's what these holodeck episodes are. They're video games, and this one's definitely a video game.
Yes.
And so this particular video game has been taken over. The bar has been taken over by Frankie Eyes. He's bought the hotel. He bought the casino. He bought everything. He bought the hotel.
Played by Robert Miano.
And they know each other from the past. And he's got something against Vic, so he bought the hotel out from under him. Even though he had a contract. I guess that means nothing now. Whoa.
Paper your walls.
My goodness. Oh, you're too sweet. Thank you, Crazy Horse. He upgraded his membership to Anti-Derivative Avengers. So let's play the next video for him early.
Yeah.
He's not just a hologram. He's my friend.
Yes, Vic is sentient. Yeah, this is true. That's why it makes sense that everybody cares about him. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's after. So there is, just before the stinger, just before the Phantom Nimoy face, which doesn't exist, but was legend for years. O'Brien does the classic. He's like, I can take care of this. Computer, delete the characters. Frankie Eyes and, I'm sorry, what was your name?
Cheech.
And then Julian is like, his name is Cheech. Because they have to yell out over the busy bar now. And
no,
it doesn't
Cheech
work.
himself says his name. And then
Julian reiterates.
He also tries to freeze the holosuit program. That should work. If the safeties are in place, freezing the program should work. But it doesn't.
I don't know. See, that's the thing you were asking earlier in terms of the sentience of the holographic doctor. The reason that the holographic doctor developed any sort of personality is because he was a hologram that had been running far beyond his mandate. He was only supposed to be there.
Same as Vic.
Same as Vic. Vic has been around for so long, and that was the thing. Is like, oh, we can totally reset it if we want, but then Vic is going to forget absolutely everything that's happened since we turned him on how many months ago? How much do we owe Quark?
He even knows how to turn himself off, so he also learned how to do that too. But the problem here is they can't just fix it for some reason, because if they do, Vic will be erased, and so he doesn't want to lose his memories.
Yep.
As you don't.
Yeah, well, but this is a bit of an issue for me on this episode, because I do believe in Chief O'Brien's competency as a computer engineer. He made a doghouse for that one program in the previous episode. He is an expert in programming, and I think that he would be able to.
We wouldn't have an episode.
Yeah, but I just have to mention it.
Well, and also at this point, they've committed to and we'll find out why later, but like they're not getting any help from station administration. Like Cisco's not going to approve anything at this point. So they do actually have to play along to the game that was programmed within the program.
Yes, and it was designed to be something to keep things interesting.
Yeah.
We find that out at the end, basically, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Wah, wah, wah,
yeah.
wah,
but there are
wah,
ways. There are so
wah,
many ways they could have done this.
wah, wah. Ba-doom. Wah, 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 wah.
Beware of self-authoring programs, says not Z3PO.
That's a good thing. Well, but it's not self-authored. It's that by that pesky Felix.
I'm sorry, I interrupted your song.
Oh, no, it's fine. I was doing it badly.
No, doing it badly is exactly right.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. I don't know how to end it. Wah, 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 wah. And yeah, no, Jake in this episode. I think Jake would have been... Jake could have solved stuff.
He could have. It would have made sense. He does like
he would have
the
looked
holodeck.
too out of place. He wouldn't blend in like Nog.
Yeah, because
him and Nog are best friends.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a difficulty of the writing. Maybe they didn't want to pay Sirach for that one. I don't know. I'd have to. He's got a great. What is it? The Seventh Rule. He's got a great podcast that goes into all this stuff.
Does. He's talking currently to. He's talking to Chekhov right now. Walter Koenig.
Yeah.
Koenig.
Oh, and oh my God, Cheech. I forgot to tell you about Cheech. Wayfarer, tell us about Cheech.
Oh, I
the
think
famous Mike Starr.
He had more depth than Chong.
True. No, Mike Starr, who plays the muscle in this. He was Pooter the Clown in Uncle Buck, who John Candy punched out. He played Joe in Dumb and Dumber, who Lloyd yelled, do you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? He's been in so many things. He is that guy of Hollywood. So it is so nice to see Mike Starr when he shows up. He is like the television version of Art LaFleur. He's somewhere on the same character actor level as J.O. Sanders.
J.O. Sanders. Well, I'll have to look all of these people up sometime. Whether Greg says he's still in party mode from my Texans making the playoffs today. Nice. And, well, I guess some sports ball. it made the playoffs. That's all I need to know.
I haven't followed football in a number of years.
Whoever they are, they kicked LA's butt.
I pay attention to the Browns, but I haven't been doing that because the
It's
best part about paying
football.
attention to the
Okay.
Browns is that they're probably losing. So my seasons are short.
Yeah, I used to be into it
Yeah.
and everything, but yeah, I also chose a losing team pretty much.
It's fun. It's like the Alamo. This is awesome. This is classic Worf. I love it.
He just believes that Vic doesn't really exist because he's a hologram, so he's not into this. He just leaves for the whole episode.
Good for you. And also, I'm glad that they didn't bring him in or another actor in his makeup just to stand in the background at a certain scene for no reason. But yeah, I love it. It's like, you are fretting over a toy. He is entertaining, but he neither exists nor he's not real. And I like how everybody else is just like, well, whatever.
To
We
Worf,
like him.
Vic is a Furby.
Oh, he's a Tamagotchi. As far as Worf is concerned. But the thing is, and this is why I feel bad for Worf, he is the unsung hero of this entire episode. Because guess who's running the station while these guys are fussing about?
Worf. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? This slide reminds me. This episode was written by Ira Stephen Bear and Hans Beimler, directed by Mike Behar.
Oh, I thought it was V'ger.
And first released on February 24th, 1999. So let's party like it's 1999.
Hey, Tony. Stark of Iron is here.
Hey, he says leaving a like and love. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by, Tony.
And if you haven't checked out Tony's channel, he's driving towards a goal. So give him a look-see and a like.
Got so many goals. I can't keep up. But there's the channel if you've not seen it.
Rock and roll.
He's got a lot of work to do. If he doesn't, he needs to get to 10K by the end of next year. He's at 3K now. Rock on, Tony.
Nice.
And also, we gotta say hello to Matt G, also known as Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swift. Yes.
Hello, Tau.
And so O'Brien, Nog, Kira, they're all arguing to Worf that Vic is more than just a program. And so Bashir comes in. Worf leaves. Bashir learns all about what's going on from Felix, because he calls Felix to find out that the program has in it a Jack-in-the-Box routine buried very deeply into the program to shake things up, to keep things interesting.
Okay.
And yeah, no, this is the hurdle that I have to get over to enjoy the fun, the caper.
Really?
Because, yeah, it is. Because
what are your problems? Let me help.
Well, she believes in O'Brien.
Because I believe in O'Brien. I am a computer programmer myself. And given the technical aptitude and the intelligence of Chief O'Brien, I don't believe that code could be buried so deep that O'Brien couldn't find it. It's just a matter of locating where the code is and, debugging it.
No, but
and how can you not alter parameters?
Even in established, like, the jobs that everybody does on Deep Space Nine, Jadzia was always the computer programmer. She was always the person to do software.
Just because she could do it doesn't mean I've seen O'Brien do it sometimes. He did.
I'm not saying
he did
can't.
He did it.
Well, he was the one always
Very
running
early
around taking care of facilities and the computer system.
Yeah, exactly. He was the one who had to get the station running, the
right
Cardassian code up to Starfleet standards.
to make them work. But in terms of the creativity of science, of computer science, I think he is much more of a, like, I think he's an engineer. I think he's an incredibly gifted engineer. I think he's capable and I think he's thorough. But when it comes to the creativity of trying to find out the code of a holosuite program, I think that O'Brien would be like, it's probably easier just to rob the casino.
But you don't understand how difficult it is to translate code from one
dead at
to
this
another.
point.
Well, exactly. Jadzia is not around, and it would have been nice if there was a throwaway line from Esri that it was like, "Oh, I wish Jadzia was here because she would know how to crack this in a second." And then Julie,
you know who could have done it? Who could have done it? Rom.
No, Rom is more of a mechanical guy. He's not a software guy.
Well,
Yeah, he fixes stuff with the spatula.
Yeah. He knows how to work bobby pins and isolinear rods.
He knew how to make like mines that. What was it? What was it about the mines that they mined? That they set up that Rom did with them, that they were like self-reloading or something. I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah, no, the mines. But that's self-replicating mines. That's like you have a replicator, you have a mine, and so if one blows up, then two more show up in its place. Hail Hydra, and that is much more, I think, of a mechanical solution as opposed to going deep into code to try. And also, if you get it wrong through menial programming, I don't mean to offend any of the programmers, but you could just wipe everything out. You could wipe it out.
And that's what he suggests. And then they're like, no, we don't want to lose Vic. And that would lose him. Like, you could restart. You can always restart. Have you tried turning it on and off again? It's always an option. But if you do that to this program, it'll restart.
But
so that makes sense to me.
O'Brien did make that doghouse to keep the computer, some sort of.
That's what I think about. And if you don't, and Scotty, if you don't believe in O'Brien, why couldn't they have called Reginald Barkley? He does. He can do this.
See, that's the thing. But even the episode, even in Way of the Warrior, he tries to get back into Worf's good graces or gets into camaraderie with Worf because he says, you remember Reg Barkley? And he was just like going to sit down and talk about how they were like, oh, what an idiot. And
oh no,
they were. That's what was going to happen. And it's like, oh my God, the holodeck's breaking down all the time.
And Lemon Pie is saying that Garrick could help with the codes. Yeah, a lot more people can program in Star Trek than you think. And so that's why I'm just going to say they're not worried about the science of Star Trek in this episode. So don't worry about that. There's no computer science in this episode.
But
it's all about friendship.
Well, no, but it's not only that, but also like I enjoy the fact that they're invested in the story that's going to go on at VIX because of the Jack in the Box. And let's not forget, reprogramming simulations is something that only Jim Kirk does when he's taking the Kobayashi Maru.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, yeah, Jim Kirk could probably figure it out. Or he would rob the casino because he knows how to play Fizbin. Is Jill muted or is she stepped away?
Oh no!
She's
I
being
was saying,
strategic
but
again.
he's
no.
No. I was saying, but he's in the 23rd century. He can't help us now.
Yeah,
he's
Can you imagine the Nexus flies by?
But I don't think.
Oh no, this would have been after the Nexus.
When you say he's the only person who can program things, it's that particular program that he fixed.
Yes. And I'm not.
So
every time I say,
"Can
we just rob the casino?" is not me being dismissive of your ideas. It's just like I'm with Wayfarer on this one. I'm like, because story.
Because and I ultimately come to that conclusion too. I just have to walk over this first, and so I have to forget that so many people would be able to fix this because this is Star Trek, and we can figure out any puzzle when we put our mind to it. But this time, the way we want to solve it is through Las
Shenanigans.
Vegas 1960s shenanigans. Yeah.
Or maybe they could have gone another route where they say, well, in order to do that properly, it would just take too long. And right now, Vic's in trouble.
Oh, that would have helped.
We got to do something.
Oh, you're really good at writing. I like that.
Are the Binars part of the Federation at this point? I know that they, hijacked, but like they
don't
were
hate
part of
us.
the Federation.
I don't know if they're allies, but they're not aggressive anymore. I don't think they were only trying to take over the Enterprise because they needed to save their own world. So.
Well, and you know what? It's already been answered. The best way to do this is, if you were that concerned, you would call Reg Barkley, apparently.
Yes. Well, okay. So given that nobody's willing to reprogram it, we're stuck with Felix's video game.
Yes.
And either win the bar back or Vic's pattern could be destroyed. And that is the threat.
He takes the powder.
Or they just reboot it and he loses all his memory. And that would be sad because he wouldn't retain, he'd have to rebuild. And
well, but it's also like, I think that there is, especially when it comes to Nog, Kira, and Odo, I think it's something where they have developed a strong emotional attachment to a program that has been running for months.
Mm-hmm.
And assisted Nog with his PTSD, basically made the spark happen between Odo and Kira. And
yes.
yeah. So also,
yeah, he's very meaningful to everybody. Also,
yeah.
Vic was programmed by genius hollow experts.
One.
That's Felix. Yeah. Felix is
yes.
the only one we know.
He's the cat.
Ew. Sorry.
What? Felix the cat.
Nothing.
Not rude.
Felix the cat is fine.
Thanks.
What? All right, so then
Wesley Crusher for President of the United States of America. Yeah, what? Oh no, Wesley was already gone on.
Oh, you read
dimension.
Daniel's chat. Congratulations, Daniel.
He was traveling.
Oh my goodness.
Well, see, now I could play this because this isn't towards you, Scotty.
Yes. Where is it? You need it quicker.
Sir, I know this may finish me as an acting ensign, but...
Shut up, Wesley!
There. Now I feel better. So anyway, now Cisco emerges from his office and
love it. This is, yeah, I just love this.
Vic Fontaine's hotel's just been bought by gangsters.
I see. When do you plan on going back to work?
Like, nicer than Worf, but also dismissive. I'm happy with it.
Count me in. I owe Vic. I thought losing my leg was the end of my Starfleet career. He taught me otherwise.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. I heard some silence, and it was.
Yes, you did. You did hear some silence. Thank you.
Was it something
I appreciate Wayfair. No. No, my slides are behind my notes.
A lot of strategy sessions tonight.
Yes. That's what it is. It's all strategy. Just sometimes a little silence is peaceful and people enjoy it.
When do you plan on getting back to work?
I love it. And I really appreciate that admonishment while also being not admonishing, but you can get what Cisco feels about it in the first place. We do need this conversation just to build the tension between Cassidy and Ben.
Yes. So he's cooked her a homemade meal that he's learned everything from his daddy, so I'm sure it's delicious. But she does mention what's going on with Vic, and she says, "Oh, I guess you think it sounds a little silly." And he says, "Yes." And he wants to change the subject. He doesn't want to talk about it.
I'm surprised his dad was, allowed to have that restaurant and everything, especially since he basically tried to, sabotage the Kittimer Accords and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a Admiral Cartwright.
Atticus Finch got him off of those charges.
That's a different character. That's funny though.
Same actor.
Yeah, same actor.
Brock Peters rules.
True. And so you're
Pardon
right.
me.
This is just to build tension. Yes, Scott? Oh, yeah, delete. And Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swift has sent a membership chat that says TJ Hooker. I guess, yeah, we were talking about Captain Kirk, and that is a valid reason to mention TJ Hooker. Also, he wants me to talk about TJ Hooker, so I'm probably going to get that until I do.
Oh, what was the name of TJ Hooker's partner?
I don't know.
Or the actor, I mean. The face. I kind of remember the face, but I forget who they are.
Adrian Med. And his name is Vince Romano.
All right, I'm really getting us off on tangents now.
That's okay. That's okay. The chat does that too. We're all here to have fun and talk about Star Trek and Star Trek tangential relations. And I forgot her. Psyche,
yes.
Psyche says
Psyche
Cisco was
Opera.
definitely insensitive in this episode. One of the gangsters who bought Vic Fantaine's bar was the gangster from Dumb and Dumber, the guy with the ulcer. All right. TJ Hooker, played by William Shatner, his most famous role.
Oh, I thought
You're gonna make me lose
Boston
it, lemon
Legal
pie.
thing.
You're so funny.
Adrian Zmed. That is the name of the actor who played Officer Vincent something. It got cut off.
Yes.
For anybody that wanted to follow up on that. I think he was kind of like the first John Stamos before John Stamos.
So Miles and Julian go up to Vic's apartment, his hotel suite, and they see that he's been severely beaten up. And Bashir examines him and discovers he's got broken ribs, but his skull is okay.
What?
And, well, Cheech beat him up to help him realize he needs to leave sooner.
No, sorry. It was something else because I was doing this TJ Hooker research, and James Darren was in TJ Hooker as
Of course he
Officer
was.
Jim. I guess I just blanked out on that. It's been ages since I've seen TJ Hooker.
TJ Hooker, Heather Locklear, eh? You know, the one episode of TJ Hooker I saw, Spidey, was one where she was in a coma. And so they find out that Vic had some bitter rivalry with Frankie, and Vic used to beat him at stickball, which I guess is like baseball. I never played stickball. I should have looked up what that.
It was, I think, played in Brooklyn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
At least in TV, it's always stickball was like played in New York City.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah,
well, they talk about him being
they didn't have bats; they had sticks. But other than that, it was pretty much.
They talk about him being from Philly, so that's close enough, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the one thing that Cisco believes in a holodeck for is baseball.
And so then Odo sees the cabaret show for the first time. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Cisco does love his baseball. TJ Hooker is also a DJ? That's interesting. Tell us more about it. What? Hello, Greek letters, Larson. Great to see you. I don't know what I just said, but I read your chat. But Odo is baffled by this. He's never seen this before. He's very intrigued by it. And well, there he is. Well, there was a time where he was a human for a while, and he read some romance books, so maybe he's influenced by that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was kind of cool how they did this, because it's like, if you think of it, what's happened is there's this Jack in the Box is like a kind of corruption of the program. So they took the corruption and used that word a little bit more broadly. So it was like,
it's a wrench. It's kind of a wrench being thrown in, a challenge being thrown in, because they're afraid that people experiencing the program will get bored.
Yeah.
Bada-Bing, Badda-Bang, 3 shots in the back of the head. That's the end of little Paul.
Bada-Bing, Badda-Bang.
So
that's
so frustrating.
Odo's making friends. Odo's making friends with gangsters. What's frustrating about that?
Oh, nothing. I was going to go outside for a jumja stick, but my neighbors are having a party, so I couldn't go and celebrate.
What?
What's the jumja stick holiday?
Be careful who you share your jumja stick with.
That's true. That is true. That's a rule of acquisition, I think.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
that is actually.
That was the Bajoran
Life
Gratitude
Day?
Festival, I think.
Oh, the Gratitude Festival. You're right. Hey, Greek Letters is here. I just got back.
Yeah, that's Keiko's best line in the entire series. So Cassidy gets a much better one, but she gets Keiko gets. Be careful who you share your jumpsuit stick with.
I can't believe you dropped a Keiko line. I'm gonna put it in the
It's
chat.
the best one.
Hashtag. We all know what Keiko is.
Well, no, only that's your fan fiction, Scott.
It is.
Psyche says, "Isn't Odo still married to Loxana in this episode?" I think that was very brief.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah.
They have a connection though.
Her. They do. I love their chemistry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and Renee Auberjonois is so good, and also, I was noticing, because I got this on DVD, and it is admittedly the re-release. It's the one in that stupid binder. It's not the individual seasons that came out originally, and I just found out about this. But the original DVDs are dual layer DVDs, which is a higher quality, but the stupid folders, like the clamshell bucket of discs, is single layer. And so now I want to bankrupt myself yet again, getting the original releases of Deep Space Nine, just for that higher quality, and probably the highest quality that we're going to get. Now, why do I bring this up? I hear you cry. Is that I really think that the remaster, if they ever did, and they won't, an HD upscaling, like a remastering of Deep Space Nine, Odo's makeup is going to look more and more uncanny. Because even in the DVD, it's like, whoa, boy, you are plasticky and disproportionate. He does look freaky deaky. I just think that a higher quality of a higher fidelity of video on Odo's makeup would
I would enjoy it.
Well, okay, sure. But I would go all Mike Stoklasa looking at black paper and
Well, yeah,
marks.
that'll be that.
Yeah.
That'll also be a joy. Greek Letters Larson says, wait, that's not the one that I want to read from him. I wanted to read this one. Wayfarer, could you read this?
Sure. The chat. I like the fact that the guest has a avatar from Babylon 5. Oh, that's me. That's why he asked me to read it. Sorry, folks. My vision's not the best, so I read slow. While talking about Star Trek DS9, which is a ripoff of Babylon 5. I'm not going to get into any kind of battles here. I appreciate both, but I am a lover of Babylon 5. But you notice John Sheridan is standing on the deck of the Enterprise there.
Yeah.
Means he wants to be friends.
Yes. Can't we all get along?
We can.
If he was really trying to cause some shit, it would be Sinclair.
Well, and that was the case in real life, is
What?
that the production of Deep Space Nine and Babylon 5 did get along. They were friends. And hello to Nim 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 Nim. Merry Christmas from Londonistan.
Okay.
Londonistan.
It's in the northern province of Bajor, I assume.
Yes.
So Kira is playing blackjack, and she is losing majorly. So Frankie comes and cheats for her, which I don't know. I guess that's the thing if you own it.
I don't know. I was kind of getting a Joe Pesci vibe off of Frankie Eyes. Where it's like, you fucking stuttering prick you. Give her a 5.
No doubt it's for losers.
And quite a philosopher.
You mean those dealers can slip in cards?
I think that, no, it doesn't make any sense. It's just made to make Menace out of Frankie Eyes.
It's just a setup that he is into her, and she is taking advantage of that. And so she's continuing to distract him and learn more about his casino, and so they can pull off what they're trying to do.
And one of the best lines of the entire, we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, we will. But first, Odo has a bar trick. Oh wait. Oh, there was a quote from her. Wait, not from her. Who wrote this quote? I don't know who wrote this quote exactly. But it is from the Deep Space Nine companion. And it says about Kira, she must have done this with so many Cardassians when she was doing terrorist work. She would have to get used to the fact that her sexuality to use her sexuality to charm men and to trick her away.
Yeah,
and that was one of her strengths.
Yeah, we saw episodes where she actually demonstrated that, like the one when she went with Ducat to eventually they found his daughter there.
Oh,
that's right.
I forgot about Ziel.
That's a good
and
one.
she had Ziel and Kira had to distract them a bit, and she used body to do that.
Mm.
Although
she can turn it on when she needs to.
Yes,
And
but
her
there is
mama.
there is an understanding.
Oh, that one I don't like as much.
Which one?
There's an understanding. The one with her mom. Ugh.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, but there is an understanding, and it's kind of weird because when they first show up, when Kira and Odo first show up, Odo is like, "I've never seen can girls before." Or burlesque dances.
Oh.
And then Kira is like, I'm going to go check out the casino unless you want to. And then it's like, no, I'm busy. Humana. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going to go. I'll see you later. I'm going to go hit on the guy.
Really?
Unless we're under, like, we all agree that Frankie Eyes is not a person. It's just a hologram boss that we have to beat. But we do like Vic, who is a person Anyway, the relationship dynamics between Kira and Odo in this is like, I'm gonna go cuck you. All right, I'll be over here doing investigations.
Well, you know what? I don't know if it's just because he was human for a while and he read romance novels, or if he's just intrigued by human behavior, which is also a possibility.
Hey,
but also
JT
he can
Kirk.
do the
But he did it again.
which isn't that impressive because we know who he is, but imagine if a normal person does that. That is a bar trick.
Reed Richards.
Yes. They do. He does. Teach does call him Stretch. JT Kirk, Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year coming up soon. And for you, I've got to play this video because it is on your license plate, from what I understand.
Seems like a... Delightful.
They couldn't make a crossover. Oh, with Goodfellas? Like they did with the original series? That'd be interesting.
Well, we do. Like, we haven't got to Mr. Zemo yet. So
yes, that's going to be great.
We do get a bit of gangsta. Original gangsta.
But first we have to have a meeting.
Yes.
And everybody will be there. Well, not everybody, but Nog, Ezri, Bashir, Cassidy, O'Brien, Odo, and Kira. I'm trying to play my slides. Go, slides, go.
Go, slides, go.
Is this the scene in which Odo bludgeons to death a gangster for disrespecting him?
Yeah. Get your fucking shine box, Cheech.
No, not really.
Well,
but Odo does learn. He makes friends. And
a lot of holes in the desert. Sorry.
He learns about Zemo. We get the name drop for Zemo. We don't see him yet. We will see him later in the episode, and he's my favorite, but we have to wait. And they begin to figure out how to get rid of Frankie.
You got to pop the slides back up.
Jill, you don't have any slides up.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate the help. Yes, they find out that Frankie's paying skim money to Zemo. And so Frankie gets millions of dollars, and pays some of it to Zemo. And he's going to expect his money, and he's going to come in a few days to collect.
And I love this little interaction because it is sort of them getting into character for the heist. It's the beginning. It's the burgeoning. It's the blossom. And it's like, Miles, are you thinking what I'm thinking? It depends on what you're thinking.
That's funny because I did get that one.
Yay!
I can remember which brand I put this in.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, I didn't play this. Yeah.
Miles, you thinking what I'm thinking?
It depends on what you're thinking.
Oh, my stars. I love the development of the relationship between Julian and Miles. It makes me happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't like each other at first. It does develop.
Yep. Well, Julian likes everybody. Miles was not a fan of Julian.
No, he was talking too much at first.
Yes.
And then, yeah, there's a whole thing. The whole Miles and Julian.
Genetically enhanced.
Yeah, that's a retcon and a half. I don't care. I'm still good with it.
So anyway, they gotta steal the money from the safe, so that it can't be paid to Zemo. If Zemo doesn't get Frankie's payment, then they can get rid of Frankie. That's the idea. That's how they defeat the boss, as you said before.
Well, and they even say it's like, well, the program itself is period specific, so you can't kill him with a phaser. You have to shoot him with a 45. And then someone else is like, you can't just kill a member of the mob. More mob will come.
Exactly. And they also have to deal with the countmen. There were 2 countmen and a guard guarding the safe. And Vic tells him they're crazy, but he agrees.
Deal me in, Pelly.
And then Frankie shows Kira the safe room and gives her some money.
And she does a very bad job at her reconnaissance.
She does a bad job?
Well, she does, because she doesn't know about the auto lock tumbler.
Right. She didn't notice that there was an auto lock tumbler.
But that's also...
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Well, that's... You know what? I will give credit where credit is due. In another show, in a more crass show, it would be, there's a lot more where that came from, and it would be like, oh, I thought you were just happy to see me. They would have made a your gun is digging into my hip joke kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, and also Cassidy is flirting with the guard. Definitely building up a rapport there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I do like that he is an NPC who is not a bad guy.
Yeah, he's really sweet.
I did play on football.
I knew it. You have the body of an athlete.
And Cassidy treats him like an NPC the entire time, especially at the end. And it's like, okay, it's over. Bye. She doesn't even say bye.
She just walks away.
She's just, okay, that's good. We're good. That's how I leave every party I've ever been to. It's just like, okay, we're done.
Oh, right. This guy wants a sandwich, but a better sandwich. A better Philly cheesesteak.
Oh,
There's a very specific way.
Now.
There's a very specific way to make a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, apparently this one was not a good one.
No. It was probably made to be a good one, but that's not what a Philly cheesesteak is. Apparently a true Philly cheesesteak needs cheese whiz.
Yeah.
So also apparently this episode was nominated for an Emmy for outstanding hairstyling. I guess it didn't win.
It won.
Nominated. Did it win?
I think it won.
Oh.
I can find out.
I have nominated here. It doesn't say win.
Okay. I'll look.
Yeah. I think that was because of Cole Meany.
Because of the strip search.
Ryan rocks it.
Yeah.
Well.
Wow. Keep going. I'll look.
Yes, I am going.
Great.
And Vic tries to plead with Cheech to see Frankie. And he talks to Frankie. There's got to be a way for us to bury the hatchet. And Frankie responds, I already did. In your head. And he asks, Vic wants to bring in a high roller. And that's the only reason I mention it. So that's going to be important in the caper, is bringing in a high roller to distract people. And that happens. He won't drink with, I don't drink with losers. He's just mean. So this is the scene. This is the big scene here.
Oh.
Cisco, before we get to the big scene, let's see what's going on in the chat.
No, it doesn't seem that it did win.
Yeah, it didn't. Like, it was cool that it got nominated. It's such a weird thing to be nominated for. But
they were like, look at this guy. He doesn't have any hair.
But it was about Cassidy's hair there.
I can't believe they got that guy to look like Hawk from Spencer for Hire.
Canadian Spider-Man says, what we should all be asking ourselves, what would Kirk do?
Fizbin.
Lemon Pie says, is this a scene in which, No, no, no. Okay, I think I already read that.
You made me pop your fucking eyes out for that guy? Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm doing Casino now.
Poor Miles. You have to sympathize with him knowing that he will end up with Keiko. Yes, Nim, agreed.
I don't know why I have to keep explaining this to you guys. Keiko loves Miles, and Miles loves Keiko. Miles is happy with Keiko. They are happily, well, okay, they are married. They are accepting, they love each other. Do they have tension? Sure. I like Keiko. Keiko's a cool chick.
They're like the 24th century Joni and Chachi.
Sure.
But Keiko comes back she comes back from Bajor, and she doesn't pay any attention to Miles at all. She doesn't want to hang out with him. She's like, I'm too busy. I got to catalog all these things. And
well, didn't she have like the Troy virus at that time?
No, that was her. No, actually, when she's possessed by the Baal Wraith is when she's actually a nice, good wife, and she throws him a party and everything. Sure, she tries to kill some people, but she's a better wife.
No, I meant the Luxana.
When Luxana made everybody horny for everybody else?
Yeah.
I think,
that's right.
I kind of feel like she was immune in that one.
Yeah, they were kind of immune to it, except for that. Okay. I think either they were fighting more or...
Like, I think they started off the episode fighting more and everybody's going crazy, but at the end of the episode, the only two people who actually are true to their own emotions are Miles and Keiko.
Oh, I think Cisco, too.
Oh, no. Oh,
no.
Cisco didn't have anybody at that point because I don't think Cassidy was there yet. Maybe Cassidy was there.
Yeah,
oh my God, that's such a silly episode.
If he was affected, he would have, he would have gone for somebody, because whenever Troy walked by, that's when people would all of a sudden boink. But
I feel like
the first person they saw.
I feel like somebody like cozies up to Cisco and he's like, "What is going on?"
It is the worst.
Yeah, Jadzia.
It's Jadzia because that's his best friend. Yeah. Old man.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
That's I hate to say it, but I really want to watch that episode again.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
It was a fun one.
And
I think
Jake
it's the one
going after Kira.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's the one
What's
after.
the matter with you, boy?
Is that the one after Trials and Tribulations? Might be.
I think so.
Might not be.
Mr. Phobos is here.
It's the Phobos. We were warned.
So, a computer glitch threatens the save file of the DS9 crew's favorite computer game. Yes.
Yes.
Their boss prefers they go back to work. Yes.
Yes.
The crew manages to save the file by playing dress up. Miss anything? No, but we didn't get to the saving part yet.
Oh, and the boss does actually help out. And then
eventually. Yeah. Well, and this is the scene. This scene right here is what turns those events.
Yes. And so it's not playing dress up, it's playing the game. We would rather not lose our save file, so we will play the game.
The truck reviewer is here. Hello, I knew it. Jill was at the craps table.
I thought it said crepes. I thought it was a SpongeBob reference.
Oh, that's how you spell craps. I thought it was spelled with a C.
Yeah, I never really spelled it myself, so that's interesting. So this is the big scene.
Yes, let's get into the big scene.
All right.
Cisco thinks that he's upset. His whole senior staff, many of his senior staff, not everybody. Worf is at work.
Yeah, Worf is doing his job.
But the others are involved in this caper, and he thinks it's nonsense. And Cassidy says that, we're just helping our friend who's in need. And then we finally hear why Cisco's never been to Vix this whole time. And he explains that he explains that in 1962 that
Well, do you have the lines?
I do have the lines.
I can do it. I have a pretty good Cisco.
Really? You have a good Cisco? Okay.
I think I have a good Cisco.
This is that good, so this is the best scene. Even though I like the caper and everything, that's the fun part. But this is the Star Trek part. This is what saves the episode for me because they didn't want to do the science, but they did the
social commentary.
They did the part of Star Trek, the part of Star Trek that says that we are. Yeah, so we put aside our differences and everything. And we are going to be better.
So, yes?
Yes, I'm putting there everything in.
Okay. I don't want to start without you. So, we're compiling because hey, didn't somebody want to hear the readings? And I apologize that this is only a dialogue Wayfarer.
And also neither of us are black, so you're reading lines.
What? You lied to me.
Don't worry.
But they're worth reading.
I think so.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, no, we're good. Okay. You want to know? You really want to know what my problem is? I'll tell you. Las Vegas, 1962. That's my problem. In 1962, black people weren't very welcome there. Oh, sure, they could be performers or janitors, but customers? Never.
Maybe that's the way it was in the real Vegas, but that's not the way it is at Bix. I have never felt uncomfortable there, and neither has Jake.
But don't you see? That's the lie. In 1962, the civil rights movement was still in its infancy. It wasn't an easy time for our people, and I'm not going to pretend that it was. Strategic.
Dramatic pause.
Baby, I know that Bix isn't a totally accurate representation of the way things were. But it isn't meant to be. It shows us the way things could have been, the way they should have been.
We can't not ignore the truth about the past.
Going to Vix isn't going to make us forget who we are or where we came from. What it does is remind us that we're no longer bound by any limitations, except the ones we impose on ourselves.
Ya na na na, ya na na na, na 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 na. You were great. I am great.
Isn't there something also? I seem to remember her also saying something about this is our chance to kind of like experience how things should have been.
That's exactly what. Yeah, that was in the. That's what you just said.
Sorry, I guess it's just
right here.
And I think it's kind of
shows us the way things could have been, the way they should have been.
There you go.
We are no longer bound by any limitations, except the ones we impose on ourselves.
Wow. Now she delivered the lines a little bit better, I think.
Way better. I'm not.
Yeah,
I am not Penny Gerald.
Plenty Johnson Gerald, yeah. Well, and my Cisco wasn't as good as I promised.
Cisco didn't have a Canadian about.
Oh, did I say about?
Yeah.
But anyway, this scene is beautiful because, it accomplishes Cisco's objective of reminding us of the history that he's been exposed to just recently, as we've mentioned before. Well, we haven't mentioned, but his experience with the Far Beyond the Stars has really touched him, and it's something that is deep within him, and it is affecting him now. And so it's important to remember history. However, this is also Star Trek, and that's where Cassidy comes in with the Star Trek message that we've overcome and we've risen above the prejudices of the past of that nature. And so we should be able to enjoy a fun representation of Vegas as it should have been.
Yes. Well, and I think it's meta-contextual just in terms of the original series of Star Trek saying, yeah, they didn't all get along in 1966, but that's the way it could have been. It's the way it should have been. So that's a little bit of meta-context. But also, Ben Sisko, Tom Paris, get in your holographic Thunderbird or whatever it was. Sisko's been to the 20th century once in real life because he is Gabriel Bell. And then also, he was tortured by the Pa Wraiths to go through a mind-breaking torture in terms of being Benny Russell or Benny Hill, if you want to play the music.
Yeah, that's making fun of me, Miss.
No,
Benny
Wayfarer.
Russell
It was a
for
while
Benny
ago.
Hill.
It was a while ago. We were talking about Far Beyond the Stars, and Jill was like, "Oh yeah, no," and he was Benny Hill, and we were like, "What?" Jill didn't know who Benny Hill was.
No, I had no idea who Benny Hill was.
And so
I meant Benny Russell, but my brain short-circuited.
It did. And so the thing is, and it's all in good fun, we're just making fun. So anytime we talk about Benny Russell, we do have to bring up Benny Hill. Don't forget to write that down, members and regular. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Put a thumbs up, ring the bell, and tell everybody about Benny Hill.
It is everybody's favorite channel lore about me for some reason.
Well, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it must have been a great moment.
Yes,
wow.
It was very embarrassing for me.
Don't confuse it with Barney Hill either.
No.
The big red sign after my name warns you? There's a big red sign? Oh, just that you're on YouTube. So they don't have backups in the 24th century. No Google Drive, no Amazon Cloud. I know, right? No, there are so many things. Programmatically, Istophobos, I already wasted everybody like 20 minutes.
Well, the backup still would have had the Jack in the Box in there.
Yeah. And also, let's not forget, we are dealing with a Cardassian holosuite. Who made the holosuites? Cardassians, or did Quark import?
Did Quark build them?
So it's Ferengi technology. Well, he didn't build them.
He didn't build it. He commissioned people to come and build them.
He found them in his closet, just like Brunt.
He forced the ROM
Brent's
to.
always in the closet.
Brunt and also the Grand Magus. Quark kept finding people in his closet.
Like Tom Cruise? Thank you, sir. Anyway. No, but like I think that this is all completely plausible in terms of you've got a Felix written. I don't know who Felix is. He writes the holosuite programs that go on Cardassian isolinear rods that go into a Ferengi built. Yeah, no, I'm so far past the why don't we just reprogram it? And it's like, nah, the technology probably, and you're gonna need someone really good against like multiple disciplines. It's just easier if we figure out how to beat the game, because it's a game.
I liked it better when you agreed that if you could get Barkley, then that would work.
I'm pretty sure Barkley could do it, but it would take longer.
Did Barkley have that reputation at that point?
I remember
pretty much.
They were like pretty much like Barkley.
Well, no, ever since he was programmed himself by those godlike aliens, I think some of that extra superpower intelligence was retained. Istophobos says, didn't they rise above those prejudices 300 years earlier? Sisko seems oddly focused on it, almost as if the writers were, it was about the writers rather than him.
I think it fits with his character in the same way that Picard plays the Resican flute after Inner Light. I think that after his experiences as Benny Russell, I think that he actually does carry some of that, I don't know, persecution with him based on the mind torture that occurred during Beyond the Farthest Stars. And I do also think that he was at the Bell riots, which makes him first-hand witness of the reality as opposed to the alien-induced torture. So while I do understand that this is somewhat anachronistic when it comes to how Star Trek deals with race relations, Cassidy Yates responds perfectly, as Jill said, in the way that a 24th century human would respond. And if we're allowed to have Star Trek First Contact because Picard was sad about the Borg again, even though he had not been sad twice before when we saw the Borg, he didn't care anymore, but now it's all about his character. I think that Sisko is allowed to respond to things that happened within the 7-year run of Deep Space Nine, if I may be so bold.
Well,
yes, but also Istophobos is... Sorry, go ahead.
That episode where they were science fiction writers in the past.
Yeah, Far Beyond the Stars.
That is Far Beyond the Stars. Yeah, that's right. And Istophobos is correct, though. The behind the scenes, that was their intention. They wanted people to realize that the Star Trek portrayal of Vic's program does not match the reality of the time period in which Vic's program is set. And that is so, but I like Scotty's explanation, tying it with those experiences that Sisko had. He would have a different perspective.
Well, and also everything else in Star Trek has always said that pre-World War III was pretty shitty. Like, they do say the first, 20 years before and at, you get the eugenics wars, then the World War III, which people have somehow decided are the same thing. But around the last half of the 20th century, even going back to Assignment Earth, where you people are on the verge of extinction. And there is something in the late 20th century, early 21st century that has always been ominous about Star Trek. It's always, we do need that war. And then we get to Zefram Cochrane, and it's once we get to Zefram Cochrane, we spice up into the stars. People of the world, spice up your life.
But now that we've done that,
what ended up happening to him on that planet?
Oh, Crazy Horse has to head to bed. Good night. No. Good night, everyone. Great show. Thank you, Jill, Scotty, and Mr. Moore. Okay, so even though we haven't gotten to the cape or anything, I'm going to play you my favorite clip next to Cassidy's. This is my favorite fun clip, which we'll get to later, but just a bit of a tease, and also to say thank you, Crazy Horse, for becoming a member and for hanging out with us. Hope you come back later to listen to the replay.
Where were you on my arm?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Who's this? Your grandpa?
Oh, you're gonna make me jump the gun.
No, don't. Don't jump the gun. But I know that's lovely, isn't it? He's amazing.
Yes. But thank you, Crazy Horse, for becoming a member, and thank you for becoming an Avenger.
Yeah, for the purposes of having a fun caper episode that isn't Star Trek, except for this scene, yes, Starfleet is incompetent. But for the purposes of having one more fun episode before they win the Dominion War.
I just don't know what they're going to do. I think that there are too many moving parts. I think that Felix is one of those things. I don't understand. You know what? We should just call Felix.
Yeah, they did. And he was like,
"Them's the breaks."
That's what you get. That's what I made for you. They didn't want to hire another actor.
I know. You know who would have been great?
No.
John Hamm.
Oh, I should have guessed. I should have known.
You should have guessed.
Anyway, they, and we never even, I love that they draw the whole casino in the background, but we never even really look at it very well.
Well,
It's
they
very-
talk it through. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, it's great. So they talk about the plan for stealing the money.
And this is the big reveal. Cassidy Yates appealed to the cold, cold heart of Benjamin Sisko, and then he shows up in one of those classic 24th century suits that looks like what?
Well, it looks like a normal jacket, but then there's the pattern on the shirt. So,
But then again, what's Nog wearing?
true. Also, remember, guys,
Nog's
there's
trying to
also
blend in, man.
I guess.
there's also a lot of Eric's running across the screen, so that might also affect the fashion here.
Oh no, that's what I'm seeing. I just thought that Cisco had an Eric's fan shirt.
Well, he got it made to measure from Garrick.
It's
There
to
you
keep me
go.
safe for copyright reasons.
Well, no, it's a knockoff Eric's T-shirt, or as Vreenak would say, it's a fake. I'm going to
So
use
he's
that
gonna
joke
be-
as many times as possible.
In the caper, he's going to be the high roller, and so he's going to draw attention away from the count room.
He's
But
Clooney.
we're gonna see how he does that later, which is really great. And Vic has some money, so he can be a high roller.
Yeah, see,
They
that's a
they
thing.
go over the whole thing.
That's where it sort of falls apart for me. It's like, where are we going to get the money? And it's like, it's a fucking computer program. Let's just replicate some money.
Yes,
Like there is something
exactly.
about this computer program has like really strict parameters. Like you can't just computer. Give me $1 million. Like they couldn't just buy the casino. But I guess that's Felix's Jack in the Box. You can't just cheat your way out of it. No cheat codes.
Yeah.
At this point, I am just looking
Well,
at this
plus
like it's a
not
video
for
game.
sale,
It
you know?
is. A
Oh,
video
that's
game,
true too.
Scott.
The new owners would have to be willing to sell.
And that would be so Royale from TNG. It's like we got to spread it around.
It's a video game, and so first they have to deal with the count man, the one count man who phones his family or somebody, and
His mother.
he's gone for 8 minutes, and then they're gonna poison the other
Greetings
count
from
man with the
the
martini.
Sweeter.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Jill.
Yeah, no, we're
I,
just playing along. I apologize.
I interrupted a musical interlude there, trying to. Okay, so Ezra does she deals the martini, and then Bashir is it doctors the drink, and of course that's the whole plan. Mhm.
I love how Cisco is he's just sitting there looking out the window. Like he is tactically assessing this. He's being Cisco. He's not really, he's playing, but you still don't get the sense that he's 100% on board, but he's playing. He'll play the game.
Yeah, he's turning around, so it makes sense. It takes a little time for him to get accustomed to it.
You know what really bothered me about this, aside from
Because the IPCAC is a real substance, and it is not blue; it is yellow. That would bother you.
No, nothing so intelligent. I was going to say it bothered me that these gentlemen who were in a casino were all wearing their hats. I thought the custom in 1962 was that you would take your hat off once you were indoors.
Not when you're a mobster.
Okay. When you're a
Ooh,
wise
what's your
guy, you
collar,
keep your
dude?
hats on.
There you go. And she also keeps her money in her
Yeah,
dress.
I was wondering what I was looking at there.
Yeah, she's really getting into character. But the one thing that's strange is that she does have nylons on, and you can see through them, but you can't see any spots. Oh, I guess I didn't get a good light of it, but I
Oh,
didn't see
really?
spots on her leg.
Wow.
Well,
you know what?
Judge went all the way down, but maybe hers didn't.
I thought it was a genetic trait from the species. I didn't realize it was individual. I'm gonna. I don't know.
Well, while you ruminate that, we talk about what Cassidy is doing.
I'm just thinking about
Cassidy...
Jadzia in that bathing suit. That's all.
Well, of course you are. Jadzia and Worf on Ryza.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cliff Robertson, I think.
Yeah, that was the one episode that wasn't so fun.
Worf's an asshole.
No,
he hates
no.
joy.
No, we find out
like
did he kill a
fundamentalist.
kid? We found out when he was a kid he hurt a kid, but did he kill the kid? I don't know.
Yeah, he headbutts someone playing soccer.
Oh no. So Cassidy
Let's review
is
that
supposed
one.
to...
It's got Vanessa Williams.
Yeah, she's supposed to blame O'Brien for stealing her chips, and that's supposed to distract the guard away from the count room.
Mm-hmm.
And then the count man drinks a martini and he gets severe nausea and runs away.
But this is the best thing, is that it was a piece of advice from Vic that she actually employs to finalize the heist, is that the last thing that Vic says is, and don't be afraid to turn on the waterworks. And that's what finally distracts the count room guard, is that he's like, I gotta go. And then she's like, no.
But I was going to use that money to help my mother.
Exactly. And then when she sees, anyway, spoilers for later, when she sees Nog and Odo
well, that's
leave,
more fun than this. This is just an explanation of what they're going to do. This is the perfect part of the heist, where you see the heist played perfectly. Nothing goes wrong. Everything is amazing. And Nog opens the safe in 2 minutes.
Oh, is Brogu leaving?
Oh, is Brogu leaving? Oh, bye, Brogu. Thank you for hanging out with us. Good night.
Cheers, Brogu.
It says, good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. You too.
I refuse.
And you said something interesting about Odo, who here he's the serving tray that Ezri brings in.
Yes.
And then one of his arms becomes a suitcase for carrying the cash, which makes sense. But you mentioned, hey, why doesn't he just goo himself into the interlock chamber?
Now, and maybe other people in the chat can help me with this, but in terms of the safe, would it be airtight? Because if it's airtight, you can't get, like, watertight. But airtight, you can't get anything in there. So you can't, like, I assume that Odo can sort of get into the seams and then get into the tumbler and then fiddle and then be able to figure it out and then open the safe. Like, Odo would be the guy who would be able to do that, like a T-1000, right?
I'm not sure.
Anybody?
I mean,
anyway.
Is it well, you were mentioning if the safe were airtight, he wouldn't be able to get in.
Right.
Anyway. Whoa, Istophobos has a problem here. Did we already deal with Vic? Is he self-aware? Yes, he is. Is he sentient? Yes, he is. Istophobos says that this makes Cisco a slave owner, allowing slavery on the station, but Vic is aware of what program he's in. He's aware of the parameters that he's been set in. And I'm sure if he said, I'm sick of this, I want to go somewhere else, then probably he would be allowed, or
there is
some kind of thing, because he can leave Vegas. I don't know how far his programming reaches,
but the thing is that we kind of retconned or already established. I don't know in terms of the parallel nature of Voyager and Deep Space Nine, but the holographic doctor Mark I was made into a mining tool by the time we get to like halfway through Voyager. So the use of holographic slavery is already existent in the Federation. It is evidenced.
That is disappointing. That is disappointing to see all of those Robert
Well,
Picardo's mining.
Hold on to your tamales. It gets worse.
Well, no, it doesn't. We can just end it right there because that's bad enough. And what
Yeah.
you're going to say further is even bad.
No.
It
Hey,
doesn't
I'm not going to
exist.
bring it up. I'm just going to say it exists.
It exists, but it shouldn't exist.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of things.
Estephobos says something. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. They could have, since you said earlier, you can just replicate money in the holodeck. They could have just bought the hotel back from Zemu. I'm not sure what would prevent them from doing that.
But Zeno would have to want to sell it.
Yeah, and that was a good point.
Yeah.
If they're not buying, or sorry, if they're not selling, then you can't buy it.
Yeah.
Where did they get?
Kick them out, basically.
Bashir made it. Bashir made the roofie.
Yeah.
I peck whatever that is.
He got it from Quark or Morn. Morn puts barbiturates in a lot of drinks for himself. He gets messed up. He's drank latinum.
Although I don't know if it's roofie. It just makes him not nauseated and throw up. That's the kind of poison.
See, Istophobos, it's so strange. Conservation of mass doesn't exist in Deep Space Nine. Agreed. But that wasn't what bothered me. It was when it was like, I bet you don't know how much $1 million is going to weigh, Pally. And Odo's like, I think I can handle it. And I'm like, does Odo have super strength? Can Odo lift anything? Like, not anything. Yeah. But I didn't know that he could lift things like that. I didn't know that was one of his powers.
I think it is the thing that Odo is stronger than a human. I don't know how much stronger, but he is.
The only thing I've seen him do with his arm is reach for a drink. I've never seen him arm wrestle.
But anyway, if you were looking for science fiction in this episode, aside from the fact that there are aliens and they're on a space station, you're right, Istophobos. We don't have that here. I did say that at the top of the show.
I disagree completely.
Okay.
There's no science fiction in this show?
Well, little. Very little. I mean, except for Vic himself, who is a sentient hologram. But that is not the focus. That it is the focus in terms of everybody cares about him because he is self-aware. But in terms of actually dealing with the science of solving things, that's not how they deal. They solve things as you would if you were in Vegas and it was 1960s. So you can't use any 24th century tools, or apparently they cannot use their 24th century brains.
What are you talking about? We're using 24th century tools, much like the alien species that was established in the first episode of Deep Space Nine with Odo. We have the alien species that was established in
I did say
outpost.
that. I said except for aliens.
Well, okay, if you don't like aliens in your science fiction, like, I just hate it.
I didn't say I don't like it. I'm just saying that Istophobos has several points that make sense, and I do agree that.
I think,
but if we did apply,
they're all Benny Hill to me.
If we did apply everything that he's saying, this episode wouldn't exist.
It's in a holographic museum.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I did.
If that isn't a science fiction for you.
And yeah, because I did go through some of this stuff earlier. There's a few new things that is brought up.
I've heard a bunch of reviews, and it's like, there's no science fiction in this. It's just that they're on a space station and there are holograms and aliens, and I'm like, yeah, no, clearly there's no science fiction in this.
But you know what I mean in terms of the problem-solving aspect of using every tool available. They are leaving tools on the table. I thought we did agree about this earlier.
We agree that we agree that it is not hard science fiction. I think that this is a comforting episode where we get to play with our characters in a new environment. But to say that the environment in which we are playing with characters that we love is not science fiction, I think dismisses the entire conceit of the series, if not the franchise. I'm very adamant about this.
It's weak science fiction.
It's fun science fiction. It's better than the last 2 seasons of Lost in Space.
I have not seen the rest, all of.
Neither have I, because I'm an adult.
What we're talking about. Do we need to beat up on a show that came before Star Trek?
No, but I'm just saying, like, it depends. It's a sliding scale. I'm not trying to beat up on anything else. I don't like the comparison. But what I'm saying is that if you're going to say this is science fiction and this is not, like, I don't understand.
Say it's not completely. Maybe I said it, but it's just there are episodes that deal with it a little more thoroughly, a little more.
All right, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go and breathe for a moment. I am gonna go wash my hands.
Well, actually, when you go away, Scott, when you go away, I'm just gonna start talking about what you actually want to talk about. Oh, Leslie
yeah, but
Hoffman,
I gotta be quick because I have to pee.
All right. Leslie Hoffman, who was the assistant stunt. All right, you can go, Scott. Who was the assistant stunt coordinator, suggested IPCAC at the production meeting. Producers said they didn't want it because it was yellow, so they ended up making it blue. But the word IPCAC stayed in the episode just one time. They did it.
IPCAC?
I'm probably mispronouncing it. I'll put it in the chat for anybody who knows drugs. I don't know. I don't know about drugs, specifically not about drugs that make people sick. That's not a good drug.
I didn't pay attention.
I don't know what its purpose is. It's a poison, obviously. Some kind of poison.
Oh, Ipecac.
Of some kind of. Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, I thought that was something to make you throw up.
Yes, and I guess that's exactly what they use it for here. They're making the count man throw up. And yes, Phantom Outsider says that it induces vomiting. Yeah, very true. Neptune. Oh man, I have to find out who this person is because I can't read that. Let's go to channel. Let's see who you are. 1.00. That's who you are. Hello, 1.00. Great to meet you, 1.00. I am not a werewolf. Neither are any of my panelists. Well, this particular, Istophobos, I'll give you that this particular episode is more fantasy, science fantasy than science fiction, definitely. And now that Scotty's away, I can say that without a big long speech about how I'm a dummy.
Say fantasy, I would just say mobster.
It sets it aside. It does. There is real sci-fi in this show. It just sets it aside in this particular one.
Yeah. It's a holodeck episode.
It's a holodeck. Yeah, it's a fun holodeck episode. So they're going to do all this. We just saw the perfect caper there, which is, it never goes perfectly. So when they actually do it. What?
Yeah.
When they actually do it, it's not going to go so well. Here, Naga is practicing. He's practicing to... Yeah, he's practicing on a safe that they've replicated just to figure it out. And unfortunately, he doesn't know about the tumbling, so he's just timing himself, trying to get faster and faster at it. And so that they can pull off this caper. And without the money, Frankie will not be able to pay Zemo, and so Vic's bar will go back to normal, which is the hope. And so the entire caper should take 8 minutes. And so Ferengi are good safecrackers because of the ears, asks Lemon Pie. That is the conceit. Yes, they do have heightened hearing, and that helps them hear the patterns of the locks.
Oh. Yeah, what's the name of those ear rubs that they like so much? Something lock.
That they eat?
No, not the grubs. The ear rubs, the ear massage stuff that the Ferengis like.
Oh, Umox.
Umox, that's right.
Yes, it's called Umox.
Sorry, that just came to mind.
You guys talking about Ferengi foreplay? I came back right on time.
Yeah.
My goodness. Yeah. You also came back in time for this.
Yeah, I like that part.
And I will not pardon my swear, but hot fucking damn. That is one of my favorite arrangements of... I think that is my second favorite Star Trek theme arrangement since the original arrangement for Star Trek 4. Oh, the Star Trek Next Generation theme is a really great rearrangement or more concise arrangement of the motion picture. So it's tough, but it's certainly in my top 5 arrangements of Star Trek themes. I love big band. I love horns. That gets me every time. Thank you for playing.
I want to look up to see if Kevin McCarthy did that.
So the music played while they're walking to get to the holosuite is a reorchestrated version of the main theme, and portions, they're heard throughout the episode.
New ringtone.
It's pretty good, and also Quark's only line of the whole episode.
I'm telling you, Morn, something's going on in Vix that we don't know about.
And they do consider asking Quark for help, but they say that he thinks that Vic's bar is a competitor, even though Vic doesn't do it for real money.
Well, it does come back to how do we fix this? Well, who owns the holosuites? Quark. So does Quark know any programmers? No, he would never help. Even though everyone he knows loves Vic.
Suddenly you're on my side again.
Oh, wow.
I'm back and forth, baby.
No, this
Pally.
arrangement was done by the episode's composer, Jay Chataway.
Yes.
Also a prolific composer for Star Trek.
Yeah, I said Kevin McCarthy before. No, Dennis McCarthy, though, is the...
You're next!
The composer of the
They're
theme
coming for you!
itself. But...
Sorry. Invasion of the Body Snatch.
Well, now we get into the real caper, so they're doing it for real now. And Kira is distracting Frankie.
Yes.
And she's
oh, it's so good.
Well, you know what they say. Good things come to those who wait.
I thought you were going to play the footsie.
Oh, well, that's better than nothing or something. I forget what he says.
I guess it's a start.
It's a start. That's it.
No, but seriously, do people?
Ulox.
Yeah, but like, do kids today even know what footsie is? Do they play footsie? Is it just a natural thing where people fiddle with their feet under the table and they just play patty cake?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you have to ask the kids because I am no longer one of these kids.
If I asked a kid to play footsie, I'm pretty sure I'd get arrested.
No, not you. Do it if they do it with each other. Well, you know what? You're right. You should not talk to
Mr. R37. Did you ask a child to play footsie?
I didn't. I wanted to play Deep Space
I wanted
Nine.
to understand what this generation does.
I
Do they spin the bottle anymore?
Oh, no.
You were already...
Sorry, yes.
Has some information here. Syrup of... how did you pronounce it, Wayfarer?
What?
Epakek I can't
Ipecac.
pronounce it. Ipecac. Syrup of
Ipecac,
ipecac.
I don't know.
Ipecac. It's a
Yeah,
very
it sounds
strong
like cack, like, throwing up.
cac. Oh, because that's what it makes you do. It's very strong. Eye drops produce a similar effect and is safer, though I guess safety isn't an issue here. Yeah, that's true. Nope. They don't care.
Well, it would have to be holographic Ipecac. Like you can't bring it in from the real world.
But
why would a
exactly
hologram respond to real world poison?
But that's exactly what Bashir does, though.
Yeah, that was something I was thinking about before, but I didn't want to mention it because there's too many. The list would be endless if we tear everything apart.
Well, I don't want to tear it apart. I want to point out things, but I still don't give a shit. I love this story. It's so fun. This is as much as, this is up there with a lot of just fun episodes of Deep Space Nine, and I'm cool with it. So I don't necessarily have to get a slide rule and an abacus to make this fun for me.
I don't
but
mind
I
that, though.
will.
I do appreciate the slide rules.
I
love,
know.
I love the slide rules. I love the graph paper and the protractors and the TI-84 calculators.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can get a tricorder for that in this timeline.
Well, true. And anyway, Bashir needs to order his vodka martini. And
Stirred,
you know how he...
not shaken.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was just reading.
Vodka martini. Stirred, not shaken.
Right away, sir.
Yeah. You should shake it. All right. Well, anyway, Chataway recorded that duet. Well, he arranged, The Best Is Yet to Come, the duet with Avery Brooks and James Darren. And they actually recorded that, live in the studio as they were shooting.
Nice.
It's a more realistic effect, so.
Avery Brooks was not averse to classic television. And so the opportunity, and film for that matter. And so the opportunity to sing with James Darren, I'm sure, was an honor. And being such an accomplished musician.
That's a fun part. But to get there, Esri first loses her tray of martinis, and Julian saves the day here, grabbing some more martinis to replace them.
Which I think is another reference to James Bond. Because when he pulls the two martinis off of the tray, he's like, "You're too kind." And I swear that's a Connery Bond line where he does something just sort of like, "I'm going to take advantage of the situation." And "You're too kind." And there he is. It's Bobby Riley.
Yeah. The visor does not help the receding hairline.
And Estrophobos says, I have no problem with the holodeck game having anti-cheating mechanisms. We've been doing that since the beginning of computer games. And there definitely are rules for this.
Well, we all know
people will be using bots on their holodecks.
We all know who the second Countman is, yes?
Of course. Well, yes. I was saving it because I want to read the super chat.
Yes.
From Old Man Bird, who says, "You want Bashir's fedora, don't you?" For $4.99. Thank you for that.
Well, I would, for $4.99.
$4.99.
What a great hat! It looks good on you. Did you get that with a free bowl of soup?
Better than that visor.
No, I've had one of those hats, and yeah, I kind of do. When it's a rainy day, I want a hat like that. I do, but I still I don't even know what the size of my head is. It changes day to day.
But...
Hey, you're making me lose count.
Sorry.
And yes, we do have Robert O'Reilly, who is normally playing Gowron, It must have been fun for him to show up without
Yeah.
having to get all that makeup on.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of reminds me when Mark Alimo was in Times Arrow Part 2, and he played like the gambler who speaks French, like Mr. Leroc or whatever, and he speaks French to Data at the poker game. Anyway, it's you. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's nice to see Robert O'Reilly out of makeup, and I'm glad that he didn't have to do the eyes. I'm glad that he was just like a. He was almost.
He didn't need to.
The accent he was doing was almost like Charles Bronson. Hey, this ain't over. It was just like, or an impression of from The Simpsons of Charles Bronson. He's doing so good, and it takes a little bit to figure out who it is.
It did. I didn't until he said the clip that I got. You're making me lose count. You do see his eyes.
Does he do the eyes?
No, he doesn't do the eyes, but you know that you can see them.
You can tell.
They are his eyes. And the reason this is I like that Esri is the waitress here because she does reverse psychology to get him to drink it. Because
You
at first
saw
she
that
doesn't
too.
want-
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, she asks if she could have it. Like he says, I'm not thirsty. Okay, well, I've been on my feet for hours. I could use a pick me up.
She is a counselor.
So very successful at being a counselor there. Or using her powers for good. And Cisco and Vic, Cisco is the high roller, so he's throwing $2,000 on the table to get everybody going. And
Although I do like,
although we're not on that slide.
but like when they
Not yet.
do,
But they're doing
when
it.
they do it, Cisco is like, he puts down chips, and then Vic is like, $100,
This is
and he's
something
like,
to
well,
ask-
what?
Oh, damn it. I wanted to ask this before. The slide previous to this. What is that lady doing in the background? There.
In
one
the
white
background?
dress. Oh, I
Well,
guess
that's
him.
Cassidy.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. From behind, she looked different.
She's pointing. She's pointing at O'Brien.
Yeah, she's pointing at Brian because that man stole my chips.
Oh, okay. She looked like somebody else for some reason. I thought, who's that random lady? Never mind. Carry on.
You're drunk.
I am not.
Hey, hey.
It's a great honor to meet you.
I know.
Oops.
Oh.
I didn't mean to play that one yet, but I did.
Oh, well.
So
Spoiled
that's a good
the
one, though.
surprise.
I did. I spoiled the surprise. Anyway,
I
it's
dropped
gonna
out for a
happen in
second, so it's not spoiled for me.
Oh, Nog figures out. Oh no, it's an auto relock tumbler, and he's got to.
Oh,
that out.
no,
He's
yeah.
figuring that out. And Kira is keeping Frankie distracted.
But I like the methods in which everybody does keep everybody else distracted once he does discover. And it's like, oh, this is going to be harder than we thought, which is great. Like, writing in terms of the story is that if you have trouble for your heroes, make it harder.
Then Frankie shows up. I mean, Mr. Zemo shows up. He arrives. He's supposed to show up the next day, but he comes early to get his money. And so they all have to improvise. They all have to improvise, and like you say, they're working together and extending their. They're improvising a lot because they have to give Nog more time.
Yes. Well, and yeah. Nog is not prepared for this, but I have an embarrassing thing to admit. Wayfarer.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that Mr. Zemo, before I had seen the episode, I was like, oh, it's William Hickey. Now, are you familiar with... It is Mark Lawrence, but are you familiar with William Hickey?
No, I am not.
William Hickey was like the old guy in everything. He was, but not Burgess Meredith. He was in, I think he was in Married to the Mob. Maybe it was Pritzi's Honor. I think he was in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. But he's the old guy. If you do have a second screen, maybe I should send a picture of William Hickey.
Right now.
Okay. Hickey. Maybe I should put this in the chat as well, just so everyone can play along.
William Hickey.
I thought, because I had an idea of two incredibly old men who play mobsters, and I got them completely mixed up. And I don't know because the man who plays Mr. Zemo is Mark Lawrence, and he was in The Man with the Golden Gun. He was one of the I think he was the guy at the beginning of the movie who goes to fight the man with the golden gun. And he says, and he shoots Al Capone, and he's like, "Sorry, Al."
Well,
and I was
William
like,
Hickey
"What?"
Would have passed away. He passed away in 1997, so he would not have been able to do this episode.
See?
True, it's true.
Well, and
so, but
you know what?
Enter Outsider says that he was the old uncle in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
And the dad in Mouse Hunt. Oh, I liked him in Christmas Vacation.
I've
He
never
loved
seen
Stogie.
I've never seen Mouse Hunt, but I've heard it is very good. I have heard Mouse Hunt is very good. So thank you very much.
At this point, we have Mr. Zemo. I did ask you, Scott, to prepare something for this part of the caper. Do you have a description to finish our caper off?
A description to finish the caper?
Did you? Did you prepare something? Yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to prepare.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Never mind.
This is like preparing for the trench run in Star Wars. It's like just do the slides and we can go.
Fine. Fine. Okay.
I know you're disappointed. I can hear it.
He also did the voice of Frankenstein.
I had to ask, just in case he had it.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Too.
Oh, really?
Wait, what did he do in Nightmare Before Christmas?
He was the voice of Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh,
Mark Lawrence or William Hickey?
No, Hickey.
Yes. Well, meanwhile, back at Badda-Bing, Badda-Bang.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Well,
I love that you looked up the William Hickey.
Well, this was Mark Lawrence's final TV appearance, and before 2005 when he died.
You know what his last cinematic performance was?
What was it?
Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Wow.
He played a CEO of the Acme Corporation.
Cool.
Or an executive, not a CEO, an executive.
I'm sure I saw it when I was a kid.
I still want to get it. I've never seen it. And it's a Joe Dante movie. And if it's as good as Gremlins 2, I'm in.
Well, I always wonder why the Acme products don't work for the Coyote, but they do work for the Roadrunner.
Well, I'm assuming that there's going to be a lawsuit at some point.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Wait for that. So, okay. So meanwhile, Nog is still struggling with the safe.
But Mr. Zemo.
Yeah. Well, and she says, "It's a great honor to meet you." And he says, "I know."
I know. It's so good.
It is. And Odo tells Nog that he's run out of the 8 minutes that he has.
Have you ever been in one of those behind a door with a peephole that actually swivels?
No.
It's incredible. It's a really weird feeling. You feel like you're in a secured area. The only time I've ever been in one of those areas is a count room in a bank. So, yeah, no, it's crazy. It's like we have this technology for peepholes to look through doors. I wish we had this on every door. So, what's his name? The guy who's the mama's boy. He's on the phone and he's about to get away. He's like, I'm gonna be late. It's been 8 minutes. proving the amount of time that was going to be expiring. And then Julian, thinking on his feet, my stars, says,
and he has to give up a winning hand. He had a full house.
oh yeah, what were they? It was kings and eights, kings and eights.
Well,
it was a full house.
It just would have been old 1962 money. He wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah, it would be nothing. So this is more important.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm sure he can steal more.
But yes, go ahead.
And so he goes and he talks to what's his name? Roy.
Other count man.
No. He has a name. And it's like, are you? And he says, yeah. And he's like, well, you got to go see Frankie Eyes back in the back. And he's like, but I didn't do nothing. Then you got nothing to worry about. But everyone's so afraid of Frankie Eyes, you got to go to the back. So he walks out. And so bingo, bango. First count man gone. We're good. So then, in an effort to slow things down for Nog and Odo, Vic walks up and doesn't acknowledge Mr. Zemo. He acknowledges the maul on his arm and says, is it you, Judy? Would you like to play? I remember I saw you in a bikini in Miami. At which point,
don't you remember that week in Miami? Let's see what she looks like in a bikini. Oh, mama. When were you in Miami?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Who's this? Your grandpa?
That is, I am going to turn on my camera for just 1 second. This is my favorite thing that I've ever seen. When were you in Miami? It's my favorite thing.
Yes, there's some magic there that he pulled off.
You really liked when Cassidy talked about the evolution of human anthropology, I guess. Sure. It's not. I don't want to say socialism, but like anthropology, the anthropology of humans, but from the 20th century to the 24th century. That was your favorite. My favorite. So
that's my second favorite.
When were you in Miami? Anyway, so.
Anyway.
Tonight, everybody's the winner.
And an orgasm.
No, but there is a thing, because Mr. Zemo says to Frankie Eyes, he's like, because even Kira comes up and is like, oh, it's an honor. And everybody is just like, keep this guy away from the count room. And so Ben does what is natural. This money means nothing to us. It is the 24th century. I think this is when he finally gets into it. He starts playing the game and he's having a great time. And so he starts throwing money. And then Julian is like, good point. And he starts throwing money. And Mr. Zemo is like, this is one hell of a way to run a casino. Because, you know, he's had a...
What's this? What's going on?
Everyone is having a blast. And they go, well, at this point, what happens? What happens? How does Nog he finally gets the thing, and he tries it 3 times, because tension and comedy are the same thing. You got to do it in 3s. So on the 3rd try, Nog finally opens up the thing, the safe, and he opens it, and it is almost like a Tarantino trunk shot from the inside of the safe, and he pulls out all the money and he puts it in his magic bag that defies the laws of mass, and then he's a Superman, and he gets to lift all the 7,000 pounds of $1 million. And the best part is that, well, not the best part. No, sorry, O'Brien. Miles, I'm so sorry. So Buck Rogers from the 24th and a half century over here, he decides that he's like, take this man to security, strip search him. And so everyone is anticipating.
Well, but this is part of the writers always wanting to make O'Brien suffer.
O'Brien is Deep Space Nine's Chekhov. Yes.
So Brian must suffer, apparently.
Yep. But, you know, Jill, I have been strip searched.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's fine. It's fine. I was trying to rob a casino. But the thing is that it's, you know, it's humiliating, but also these are just computer programs. Like, I'm pretty sure Starfleet Medical has more shameful things, like in terms of scans and pictures and polyps and
they just
anal fissures and well, no, the big thing is that when you get strip searched, they want to check and see if there's anything in
like
your orifices,
body cavity.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And so it is humiliating, but you're doing it to a computer program, and so you've probably, if you're in Starfleet, you've probably had that done before to a certain extent, or maybe because it is period specific, you actually had to go through the physical aspect as opposed to just being scanned by a tricorder. So now I take back what I said.
Guess Captain Kirk always had his shirt off.
He'd actually be doing that to Cassidy Yates, though.
Well, hashtag Keiko Pegs. So anyway,
I guess Captain Kirk always had his shirt off when they were doing the medical exam, but I think that's
because it wasn't
Captain Kirk's choice.
exerting. He was sweating. Yeah. He wanted to be cool.
But I don't think McCoy ever strip searched Kirk, but I could be wrong.
No, but the thing is that again, it's
that's
because
a weird thing to say, Scott. I don't think so.
It is a weird thing. Hi, my name is Scotty R37. I have no channel of my own, and I say weird things. I apologize. But like, yeah, no, it is period specific, and so he would have to go through the thing, which is evidenced by the dialogue at the end of the episode. So we'll save it for that. But I do like how Cassidy does turn on the waterworks for the final distraction.
I only got the part.
That was perfect.
Part at the end.
Yeah.
After she cried, "Oh no, I needed that money to buy a present for my mom," and then suddenly she's not crying.
Okay, we're done. Game over. She found out first.
To do was strip search O'Brien.
Yeah, objective achieved, I guess. Oh, and then we have this. This is great, and you said it earlier.
Funny way to run a casino.
Hey,
what?
You have some funny ridges on your nose.
What the hell is with the shark kid? With the ears?
Yeah, funny way to run a casino. And so of course Frankie tries to show Zemo his money, and it isn't there.
I wonder if Bajorans have their own form of umlauts with the nose ridge thing.
With the no, I've never seen that in any
Maybe
episode
if,
where they rub each other's noses.
Rub noses together and stuff like that. Maybe you get sounds like crickets.
Oh, it's interesting you attribute a sound to it.
Like a washboard.
Yeah.
But anyway,
but
then
sexy.
But then we get the end credit scene. You know, the scene at the end of the game when you beat the game.
Well, yeah. Like, so he's caught. Well, my money.
Yeah. And so he's walked out.
I'm so glad he was the gangster. I'm so glad he was Mr. Nemo.
Me too. He's probably the best part of the whole episode for me.
But the thing is that like it is one of those things where it's, I don't know. Did he have bills to pay? Like, did they wheel him out on a dolly? The woman that is carrying, like, literally on the arm, it is just so. That's why I thought it was William Hickey. I was just like, oh yeah, they must have put him in a wheelchair with an air canister, oxygen can.
I imagine he did it because he wanted to. There are some actors that love their job so much they do it their entire life.
Well, and I was also very surprised to find out that in Star Trek: The Next Generation, Mark Lawrence played Volanth in the episode The Vengeance Factor. So this is actually his second appearance in Berman Star Trek.
It's the dream of any actor to appear in a hologram episode.
Yes.
Holodeck and
just ask Joe Piscopo.
There are actually a lot of actors who wanted to be in Star Trek. And so, of course,
Robin Williams was a big one. He missed out twice.
He almost made it. He was going to be a time traveler.
Oh, was he going to be the traveler?
No, he was going to be Berlinghoff Rasmussen, and he was also, I think he was considered to be what's his name?
Was that the Max Headroom guy? The guy that played the con artist, basically.
Yeah, the guy from New Jersey. And then I thought for some reason, although maybe I could be mistaken, so I'm not going to bring it up because it is better to be thought a fool than open your mouth and prove it.
Next time you two fight the Battle of the Alamo, count me in. Coonskin cap and all.
You got it, Pally.
To the best friends a hologram ever had.
Here, cheers.
I owe you, big time.
Cheers, Vic.
Cheers.
So I guess if we watch that 1966 Alamo, we can pretend Miles and Bashir are in the movie. And that's the hologram, the holodeck program.
Oh, someone photoshopped that. I think we should just review the Alamo now.
Could.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes.
It's a holodeck program, and I think this is one of the first times that they refer to, like, and without being quizzical. At the very beginning of the episode, Miles says, like, "Oh, it's not a movie," offhandedly, but I think before that, they always refer to it as being an outdated medium. I think the only time is. Oh, I was going to say.
I used to watch movies in Star Trek Enterprise, but yes, at this point they use holodecks as their major form of medium.
Well, when else has Star Trek talked about movies?
That's true.
Before this.
That's a good question. I'm sure it's happened, but it's not as. It's more prevalent on the Orville, where they venerate 90s history.
But Voyager and Enterprise really got into 20th century. Like, not music, but they would reference. Like, Paris uses that car of his to go to the drive-in with Milana, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And then Enterprise has movie night. And so I'm just curious. This is Deep Space Nine sort of paved the way, maybe unfortunately paved the way, but come on. Dismissing the 20th century as a whole is folly.
Well, I don't think we'll be able to fix it.
They stick with the classical music, but then when they get to the movies, I don't know. I don't know what it is. You got to ask a Star Trek character. Ask a writer. It's a good question. But for now, though, we do have Vic and Cisco finishing the heist adventure by singing "The Best Is Yet to Come." And I do not have any clips for that because I do not want to deal with the claim later I will get.
The
And hello,
best is yet to come. Tell the day you're mine. Okay, so have you watched the episode, everybody?
everybody has watched the episode.
And
Probably.
what
I
did
don't know.
you?
I can't say.
How did you feel about James Darren is a fairly well-known voice, fairly traditional voice. How did you feel about a very well-trained musician, very passionate musician in Avery Brooks singing this standard? How did you feel about the duet as a whole?
I think that Wayfarer has been waiting this entire 3 hours, almost 3 hours, 2.5 hours to talk about this. So I want to leave it to
Well,
him.
no, actually, I thought it was a good scene, and Avery Brooks did well on the spot. I would have chosen a different song though, because it didn't really have any kind of meaning to that moment or what they just did. But maybe it was also something that was in his range and they could pull off with his voice, I guess. I don't know.
There is a meaning to it, actually. There's a meaning to it if you think of it as this is the last fun episode. The best is yet to come. There's the last 10 episodes. And these are going to conclude the series, and they're going to be the best episodes
that
you've ever
wasn't
seen.
really true.
So from a no, whether it's true or not, I think that was the production stand's intention with choosing this song.
Well, it's funny because you and I have talked about the original series in production order. And in production order, this was made after the episode that succeeded it. So the studio liked this episode so much, it was pulled forward into February sweeps. So there was a high level of confidence in this episode. And so it's interesting that the last 10 are a 10-part mini series of the end of Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, I don't think this would have been able to fit within those, even though.
Oh no, it was a brilliant programming decision. And honestly, if you've heard about Deep Space Nine, I would say watch the last 10 episodes of Deep Space Nine and then go back to the beginning.
Oh.
Yeah, I would. I would say if you've never heard, people say, where should I start with Deep Space Nine?
I don't think
last
so.
10 episodes and then go back to the beginning.
No.
Because it's
That's
non-linear.
ridiculous.
It's
spoils
non-linear.
The whole Odo and Kira thing.
You're going to find out. That's
honestly,
fine.
I loved Kira and Odo's romance before they were a romance. They were
You need
way
to see
cooler
it
as
build.
friends.
You need to see him really feeling down because of the boyfriends she had.
I think that
relationship.
the end of Deep Space Nine is something that is magical. And so those last two,
I didn't care for the last episode.
I love the last. Well, come on. The next time we see something like this is going to be the last episode. Is when is it Fly Me to the Moon? No. What do they sing? What does Cisco sing?
It's the one, it's the one that crinkles your nose song.
The Way You Look Tonight.
Yeah, because I always think of that because, of course, they always turn to Kira. But no, I don't think it is a good recommendation to tell somebody who might be a Deep Space Nine fan to just watch the last 10 episodes. That would be extraordinarily confusing.
I think that we're living in an age of spoilers where if you watch the last 10 episodes to get you hooked to the rest of the series, I think it would be an interesting journey. And especially considering the nature of the first episode.
I don't think those episodes would have as much weight like seeing this war with the Dominion before, without all the history.
But it is a
Exactly.
movie.
You have to build up your
And
hate
knowing-
for Kai Wynn.
Oh yeah.
But when
well, actually, that happens in the first time you see her, pretty much.
exactly, so it's not like you're spoiling that Kai Wynn is
I still agree that
see you next Tuesday. See, Jill, I'm trying to be nice on a Saturday night and not say cunt.
well,
Except you just ruined it just now.
Oh no, I
But
was great.
Actually, I think Wayfarer has something else to say.
Ducat relationship thing was like
Ben.
That's gross. Yeah. No, not Ben. He didn't say Ben. He
No,
said Ducat
Ben.
and Win. He said Win.
No, I just wanted
Oh,
to say hi to Ben.
well-
I saw Ben from Cinema Gulp, and I wanted to
Oh
say hello.
yeah. I said hi to him already, or I think I did.
I didn't get to.
Hello, Ben.
That's my mistake.
Ben from Cinema Gulp.
No, I'm just yelling at the screen. Hey, it's Ben.
Yeah. Scott,
It's
sit me
Ben
down for a bit.
Cisco. I know you from the baseball game.
What happened, Scotty? You were so good like 10 minutes ago.
I'm sorry. I'm getting excited. I'm having fun now that we're not within the structure of the story.
Yeah.
True, but I wanted to hear what Wayfarer had to say.
My mistake.
About what?
I don't know.
No, I
You
was
were
just saying
saying
that the Ducat and Wen relationship was like so cringe for me.
Really?
Yeah, it was
I could
that
see
was
the
gross.
purpose
Yeah.
behind it, but it was just kind of like, well, first of all, his makeup's off now and everything, and it's like, oh.
Well, and I'm sure we'll talk about it, but there's something about it did really turn into the Battle of Bajor because of the prophets. And so when you had the spiritual leader of the Kai of Bajor being subverted by the subjugator of Bajor in Gul Dukat, yes, he had disguised himself, but it was like when they both found out that they were trying to subvert the planet for the purpose of power, and the only one could save them, Bajor, I mean, was the Cisco. Like, Dukat kills the Pope of Bajor, and then Cisco shows up and... Sorry, this is getting into heavy spoilers.
Yeah, well, that's the last step.
Well,
You're
I
describing the very last scene.
I don't know,
The
for me, it was
well,
just-
not the last scene, but the last.
I loved it.
The climax.
I thought it
For me,
was...
it felt rushed. and
I think it was
everything.
interesting to incorporate alien beings as gods, and not in the form of Q, but as gods who were like, we should probably protect this planet. And then to see
Main thing
what
that
they could
confuses-
do.
I don't like about the prophets is that they're always speaking in riddles. You never know really what they're talking about. But before we continue this discussion, I did
guess
want
that's
to
to
finish
make
off
it
the episode.
sound weightier
And
than
there's-
it actually is.
Yeah,
I don't think
exactly.
the
Also,
writers
we're
even
dealing
knew.
They're really good writers, though. We're not talking about slouches.
So I wanted to read a quote from Avery Brooks about the singing in this episode, and
Nice.
I just like it. They asked Avery, "How would you like to sing in the episode?" Okay, and he said, "Fortunately, I was alive and well, doing a myriad of things long before Star Trek ever occurred to me. Even though I grew up living with television, many people have in the world, it certainly wasn't the center of my life. The fact of the matter is that I've been a musician soul. I grew up playing woodwinds. I performed with some of the greatest musicians in the world, a long line of them. So this little ditty in Badda-Bing, Badda-Bang, when I went to the studio to record it, well, first of all, let me tell you this. The composer called me up and said, we need to talk about keys. We need to talk about which key to do it in. And I said, well, whatever key you want it to be in. Anyway, he started to play on the piano over the phone and asked, how is this key? I was sitting in my own keyboard and I was playing along with him. But that didn't register, by the way. Then we got to the studio and they asked me, did you need the lead sheet? Do you need the music? I said, no, I'm okay. I could sing this. So I guess the people were surprised. That's another power of television, that we sometimes believe that what we see is perhaps the only dimension to a human being. But that wasn't my idea to sing the song. had it been my idea to sing, I would have sung something that had a lot more swing.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish you gave an example.
Me too. I want to know what song he would have picked. He didn't tell us. But I had
Judy's a
never
punk.
read that. I did not read that before this live stream, and I wanted to read it here.
Thank you.
And that's that would conclude my slides. And just for Istophobos, I'm gonna give you my Saturday night Star Trek review of this episode, which is a lot shorter and does not take almost 3 hours.
Oh wow! Do you have it?
Yeah, I saved all of them that I had. Okay, so I gave it an A- for fun, a D for science, and so averaging those two together, I gave this a C+. But I love it. I still love it, but I had to be honest. And so that is what I gave it.
I mean, it's
and
fun. It's a fun episode, and that's just all it is.
Yeah. I give it a B. I give it a B.
Mm-hmm. A B is good. And I said, I'm infatuated with both holodeck and heist stories, and this one combined the two splendidly. So obviously, I do enjoy these kinds of tales.
Some holodeck stories, some of the holodeck things I didn't really care for, like in TNG at least.
Actually, no, a lot of the holodeck episodes people don't like. I do.
What do you got a problem with Joe Piscopo?
Does it require a certain unbelievable computer programming nonsense that makes no sense given the technical aptitude and intelligence of O'Brien? Yes. They do at least attempt to explain it is unchangeable, but what makes no sense is that the safety protocol should make it so that Miles would at least be able to freeze the program. Despite all the magic needed to make the episode possible, it's just plain fun and contains Cassidy's best line in the entire series. Going to Vix isn't going to make us forget who we are or where we came from. What it does is reminds us that we're no longer bound by any limitations except the ones we impose on ourselves. Okay, so the last line in my review is just basically a verbatim quote. See, that was still my favorite.
It's a good quote. No reason not to quote it. No, I just... It's fun. Like, the first episode of Star Trek The Next Generation starts with the holodeck, and the holodeck is science fiction in the first episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. And then we get to the, fucking this episode, and it's like, holodecks are stupid. We don't want the metaverse anymore.
No, it depends on the episode and everything. Like this, I thought was fun. It's just some of the holodeck episodes I didn't really care for.
I'm sure I've had.
It's not as a general rule that I have a problem with holodeck episodes. Now, I think the science behind the holodecks are kind of like a little bit too much. I mean.
They combine all the science of the transporter and the holodecks and the replicators.
Yeah, but when you have multiple people going into these things, going into multiple rooms and different, the whole distance thing is just like, oy. But you got to let it go and just say, all right, it's more of a fantasy.
How much fun are you willing to have?
Yeah,
is basically what you have to ask.
Depends. When Data's pretending to be Sherlock Holmes, it's like not as interesting to me. I kind of got bored with some of those things.
Well, and that's the thing is that like you could think of what is it? What's the one with the first one with Leah Brahms?
The Jordan
Galaxy's Child.
One?
No, that's the second one with Leah Brahms.
Are you talking about the real Leah Brahms?
No, I'm talking about holodeck Leah Brahms.
Yeah.
Like that's a holodeck episode. That's where Geordi gets.
Oh no, you're right.
An OnlyFans account.
No, you're right. It was Galaxy's Child.
I forget what the second one is.
The one where we see her for real and she's nothing like the hologram.
Well, she's a human as opposed to being a amicable interface.
Right.
So, not an
Well,
OnlyFans.
when you touch the ship.
You're touching me, Jordy.
Oh, somebody did this. Like, I was researching stuff, and I found somebody customized.
Oh,
the toys.
wow.
This is cool.
Oh, that's cool. I gotta big screen that for a second.
I forget who did it. JD Makes or something. Yes, I should have remembered.
I want to see if it's any good. Oh, it is pretty good.
I know,
Although
it's great.
Esri is way too tall.
Yeah, Esri
Esri should be about Nog's height.
Esri looks like a kind of a man.
Also, that's not the right dress for Kira. You know what? I all in all, I am not going to criticize this. This is pretty rad, except for how tall Esri is. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
Well, but she does have a platform. She was given.
That's
she was
probably
put on a
because her legs are
pedestal.
so skinny because she's so short. But then why is Nog standing?
Yeah,
that
Nog
doesn't
has a
make any
flap.
sense. Anyway, I think it looks amazing, and I would never say another bad word about the artist.
Well, if you did like it, his name is JD Makes. You can find him on the internet.
Well, I'm sure everybody send me. No, don't.
Psyche
I've already
says,
got.
What's in a martini anyway?
What's in a martini? Well, it depends on whether or not you'd like a gin martini or a vodka martini. The traditional is a gin martini, and then you would have a measure of vermouth, which is sort of a more fortified wine, but the white vermouth, and then you include that. You can stir it or shake it, usually with or over ice. People prefer it strained. It depends on the glass. There is a personal preference, but I have been told that people who shake their martinis are actually bruising the alcohol. And when they say bruising the alcohol, they mean that they're introducing ice flakes that dissolve in the alcohol, and so you're not getting a true martini. So if you do want a martini without water, then you should have it stirred like Julian Bashir in Badda-Bing, Badda-Bang. Also, there's dirty martinis, but that's just like olive brine. It's like, oh no, I can't drink straight alcohol. Well, what would you like to cut that alcohol? I think you should put in some olive brine. Your breath will be fantastic later.
Based on the chat, it looks like Psyche wants to try a martini.
Well, it's a good choice, and I would say if you want to have a martini, just ask your local bartender at a nice place. Wear pants and shoes.
She likes sour, dry drinks.
Pants
Yes,
and
definitely shoes, shirt.
You want service, right? Shirt, shoes, service.
But why would you need to include that?
Well, I don't know where she goes. I don't know where she lives.
She's not going to go to a bar like half dressed.
But if you wear roller skates and a onesie, you may not like there's a dress code.
Well,
but I'm just saying, ask the bartender, go to a nice place that has lights behind the bar, and if wrestling is on, don't order a martini. And just don't. And just say, yeah, no. What is your favorite kind of martini? I would like a traditional martini. Make it the way that you like it. And then also say, should I get it shaken or stirred? And they will say, shaken, because it's the easiest way to make it.
Yeah, but it bruises my... What is it bruising again?
It bruises it because the ice breaks in the shaking process. And so when you do strain the martini into the martini glass, that means that the ice chips go in and then they melt. And so you don't have a true... Yeah, it's diluted. Yes.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I don't mind some ice.
Yeah, but
when did Worf teleport in? Wasn't the show failing at that point? What? Not Z3PO. Worf showed up. He showed up about. Yeah, he showed up in the Way of the Warrior.
4?
Oh, I know the episode was Way of the
Way of the Warrior. Yeah. No, I think, yeah, it. But after, okay, so after Next Generation, we killed Tasha Yar in Next Generation.
Well, she wanted it.
Yeah, that's fine.
wanted that.
But it was a shakeup.
She wanted it because Berman was a jerk or something.
Then in Deep Space Nine, yeah, they needed a shakeup. They were looking for something. Don't forget that Ensign Rowe was supposed to come back to be the Bajoran liaison for Deep Space Nine. That didn't pan out. Lieutenant Rowe, my mistake. And so when they blew up the Enterprise D, Worf was a free agent. They needed something. I think they were going to do a different conflict, but they were like, oh, I don't know about that. And then they were like, well, Michael Dorn?
Season 4.
Season 4. So Way of the Warrior is a turning point in Deep Space Nine. Oddly enough, like, would you recommend, if you were a first-time Deep Space Nine viewer, would you recommend Way of the Warrior as being an entry?
I don't know if I'd make it the first one. I'd like to curate. Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, Emissary. Emissary.
Yeah,
I would start with Emissary.
Yeah, the first episode, it gives you a whole idea, like what
Emissary is
the
very
emissary
important.
is. It introduces you to the wormhole aliens / prophets.
Yeah, but
the Bajoran faith and everything, and it basically gives you some prerequisite knowledge that is good going forward.
It is, but like,
Plus,
was your first?
You want to feel it. You want to feel it a bit before you get in season 4, Worf coming in, because that was a big moment for me. That was like, oh, cool, you know.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
But like, you guys were both like 16 when you saw your first episodes of Star Trek. Did you see the first episode of Star Trek and then move your way forward? Like, didn't you find Star Trek in a way that was chaotic? You just dropped in and you were like, who's this lizard man?
I saw
Where
the
did he get that?
Generation starting with the first episode. Yeah.
Sorry?
I saw
Yeah,
the
and I
Next
watched
Generation
TOS starting with the first
episode when it was broadcast.
Well, you know what? And wow, I envy you, I suppose. I dropped.
You dropped?
You
did drop. Scotty dropped majorly. He completely dropped. Where did he go?
Told you, because
man.
episodic television was
There you
not
are.
necessarily chronological. It was fine. It was
Well,
great.
I know there's some issues where they're like the broadcast order is not, good story order in some things, but I think for me, Next Generation was like that. Now, the thing is, when Deep Space Nine came out, I was at a different point in life, and I wasn't really watching as much TV and stuff, and I didn't catch it when it first came out. And so I saw it first, actually a few years ago, when my wife introduced me to it.
Oh, congratulations.
I think it was before.
Psyche Opera, thank you so much for doing that.
When I saw some episodes before on TV or something, like repeats or whatever, and I just saw Quark, it kind of turned me off. I'm like, oh, this looks silly. So I wasn't into it. I actually, at that time, was into Babylon 5.
Well, and I don't want to be a gatekeeper. I don't want to say I know things, but like I grew up on the original series reruns. I was excited for Star Trek: The Next Generation. I watched the first 4 episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation, and then I didn't get back into it really until Best of Both Worlds Part 1, and from then I was hooked. And then I watched Deep Space Nine. I watched the first 4 episodes, and then I stopped, and then I watched the Dr. Bashir episode where the Lethian steals his mind and makes him old.
Oh, wow.
Do you guys remember that one? Anyway.
Yeah, I
and
remember
after that, I was hooked. I don't know why the Lethian really got my motor running. And then with Voyager, I started watching Voyager, and I watched the first 3 episodes, and then I watched Scorpion Part 1 and Scorpion Part 2. And then I watched the last episode. And then I watched... Oh, wait, no. There were a couple of Borg episodes that I watched in there. Anyway, what I'm saying is that sporadically I watched them as they aired. And every time a new series came out after Deep Space Nine, I was like, oh... I'm not really fun with Deep Space Nine. And then Voyager came out, and I was like, oh, I got to go check out Deep Space Nine. And then Voyager came out, and I was like, I don't care about Voyager. Sorry, I'm doing a very bad Norm Macdonald impression. And then Enterprise came out, and I was like, I got to check out Voyager. Then Discovery came out, and I was like, I got to check out Enterprise. So the thing is that every subsequent Star Trek makes the previous Star Trek look better, except for Discovery, which looks like you shat in a hotel bedroom in the bed. So anyway, I've gone on for too long.
Yeah.
You have. Well, and I'm glad you noticed it because I wanted to read this from Nim Nim Nim.
Hooray.
What would Clobby say about this episode? I was there that night when he talked about this episode. What score? I don't remember what score he gave it.
He would like the music.
It was very good. I don't think it was very good. Yeah, he likes James Darren. I do remember he likes James Darren, but he was kind of teed off at this point because Deep Space Nine had so many lighthearted episodes. There were too many for him because of course, TOS only had 3 or 4. And this one, Deep Space Nine had a lot. And then he started ranting about the Ferengi episodes, and so maybe he was just a bit tired of them at this point. I'm
but
not
also,
sure what
the
score he gave it,
Ferengi
though.
episodes were a little bit.
If I remember correctly, the social commentary and science fiction of "You Are Cordially Invited" was sort of lost on some members of the panel.
Oh, the wedding.
Yeah, the wedding. Yeah, no, they didn't really like the wedding either.
Well. What kind of a
like
dickhead doesn't like a wedding?
I like the music.
One of my friends, who I love very much, did not like the wedding.
The Klingon drums were cool.
I do enjoy Klingon drums.
But, yeah, I mean, Jadzia was a bit of a, her and her Hawaiian dude.
Oh, my God. What if they recast Next Generation? Do we get Jason Momoa as Worf?
What? No, don't do that. No reboots.
We don't need to do
that.
You don't need to do Next Generation again. In fact, you don't need to do any
I don't think any
Star Trek stuff
yeah.
over again. No. Leave
Agreed.
the
Agreed.
stories. Go to new generations.
Yeah.
Boldly go.
Next generation.
Or yeah, the next generation. Star Trek Generation Z.
I don't know if Ben is still here, but he appreciates you if you still are here. Or even if you're not here anymore, I still appreciate you. It's great to talk to you. And he's going to be doing a stream on Tuesday, right? Next Tuesday for New Year's.
Oh, man, I haven't checked in. I haven't found out.
Eve. I'm not sure. Maybe. Check out the Cinema Gulp channel either way.
Yeah, just go. There's a decade's worth of enjoyment. There are movie reviews, long form reviews. There are chats. It's fun. If you happen to have a commute, Cinema Gulp is a good way to avoid the sounds of your own thoughts.
Mm. Well, and he's very entertaining. He's a good cinematographer. And speaking of promoting other channels, I think we are ready to do that here. So let me grab the Wayfarer Projects.
Thank you very much.
Link. I'd see if I have it here.
Get the Babylons.
Yeah, I do. I have it.
You got a
Good.
Babylon?
Okay. Well, no, I have an Excel spreadsheet with everybody's channel names. So
What?
bring them up when I need them.
I honestly don't remember the name of the guy. I am so about Sinclair that I forget the name of the guy.
Jeffrey Sinclair? You mean Michael O'Hare?
Well, yeah, no, I find his story somewhat heartening and tragic, but I don't remember your avatar's name.
Oh, Bruce Boxleitner.
Oh, no, I know. He's fucking Tron, yo.
John Sheridan.
John Sheridan.
No, I think he did a very good job.
Oh, of course. No, he's great. He's like, you know what? When I think of Bruce Boxleitner taking over for Babylon 5, I think of Richard Dean Anderson taking over for Stargate with Kurt Russell.
Mm.
I think it's great.
Yeah, no, it worked, but mostly because J. Michael had really prepared for the story and had a lot of contingency plans for things like that happening. And no, just did a great job with it. And the actors, I think they had a wonderful chemistry, the actors. And that's why I hope it never gets redone.
Who played Ivanova?
Ivanova, Claudia.
That's
Christian.
her. What if we got Sydney Sweeney?
What? Everybody wants to put Sydney Sweeney into everything.
No, I'm kind of using it as a punchline. I don't want to.
Oh, okay. All right. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Well, Wayfair, what have you been up to? Do you what's going on with your channel this coming
that's
week?
what we're doing Sunday. Well, tomorrow, today.
Oh, that's right, Babylon
Tonight
5
we are
today.
doing-
Today, once you get some
Yes.
sleep.
We're doing Signs and Portents, which is in season 1, so it's pre-John Sheridan, but it is the episode where Mr. Morden comes and asks that question, "What do you want?" And that's where we get our first taste of the shadows. And it's a great episode, and we'll probably really be delving into that. Istophobos will be joining us later today for that. And just the questions that the two old races asked. Who are you, the Vorlons? And then the shadows asking, what do you want? The two opposing philosophies in the questions. It's a lot to talk about there. And yeah, if you think about it, those are philosophy's ancient questions too. Who are you and what do you want? And it's questions that when you really think about it are really hard to answer too. Yeah, because you've heard like all the things about who are you really? You're not your name, you're not your job, you're not your all these different descriptions. Who are you really? And it's one of those questions where it's like a koan. You can't really find a satisfactory answer. And it's all about the journey of trying to find something.
I'm a joker. I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker. That's the answer.
Those are just characteristics. It's not who you are.
Fair enough. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Well, anyway. But then what do you want? You know, that's where the ego comes into play, and it's about satisfying some sort of desire or some need, and or not even a need. You know, it's a fulfillment. Like, what is it that you want? And so that leads to a lot of things. So that's, of course, what the shadows ask, because they believe in conflict and strength and evolution through conflict. Man, yeah, it's a great series. That's why if folks have not tried it out yet, please do try out Babylon 5. You can start with the pilot and then season 1, episode 1. Those are definitely things to be watched in order.
Awesome. Yes, and well, I love it when science fiction gets philosophical like that, so I might check it out, see what's going on. I don't know what my Sunday's looking like yet. But if I have the time,
it's here now. We are Sunday.
Right.
Oh
we are
no,
Sunday.
it's
It is
here.
Sunday.
Get
Well, the
this
show's
shit
started.
off of me. Why am I stuck here in the Sunday? If
Okay,
anybody has the capability to pluck me out of time, Billy Pilgrim, take me, make me unstuck. Anyway,
why are you yelling?
because I want to not be in Sunday. I don't know why. It's burning. It could be because of Jesus.
All right. Well, thank you, Wayfarer, for hanging out with us.
Well, it's
And Scotty.
always a pleasure.
And Scotty, do you want to promote anything today?
I am
this Sunday.
What's going on Sunday?
I'm not sure. You tell me. Do you have something coming up?
I would like.
He's currently promoting
it's very strange.
Stirring over shaking.
It's very
right. You don't want to bruise things.
Speaking of bruising, I would like to say that I am the proud owner of 2 She-Hulks now. I have a big one and a little one. And so I would like to thank the Academy for presenting me with 2 She-Hulks. For everybody who wanted me to shut up about She-Hulk, I will shut up about it when I stop getting them. The rain has been falling. I've been getting Jennifer Walters for the last week, and I am excited every time I get an action figure of a green woman. So thank you so much to my benefactor. And then also subscribe to Cinema Gulp. I know I was flippant, but he really does have so much in terms of reviews and hangouts and dialogue. And if you're curious about movies, he's introduced me into some of my favorite movies recently. And so please check out Cinema Gulp. Phantasmagorium is a great place to hang out, and there are many tracks and podcasts that they do. I've been a part of them, and then also here I get to hang out with Jill, whether any of you like it or not, and I include Jill. I sometimes feel like an albatross. But it's a good time. So thank you. Welcome to the internet.com. And Badda-Bing, Badda-Bang.
Badda-Bing, Badda-Bang. That is what we reviewed tonight. And I think it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Well, and apparently I had some time while Scotty was talking about stuff to go look and see for Nim what Clobby and Raquel reviewed it. So they did have words for it, but they gave it a C-, so not so bad.
Yes.
Yeah,
Not so bad.
not so bad.
I do have rose-colored glasses towards it.
I know. No.
I mean,
like if I rate it on how much fun I had, which I said it's an A-, fun A-, but Star Trek, it's a C+.
Yeah, you need to have those changes of pace now and then. Otherwise, it lowers the tension from all the episodes where the stakes are high and you're on the edge of your seat and so forth. You need a change of pace like that, and also a chance to love the characters a little bit more, and then you're ready for more drama.
Well, is it better than the Royale, or is the Royale better than this?
Oh my God, this is way better than the Royale. The Royale was really stupid.
But if you're gonna,
can you remind me what's the Royale?
So the Captain Ritchie from NASA, when he was like one of the first pioneers in terms of deep space exploration, and then he got pulled through a wormhole, and then he ends up in this planet. And the aliens on the planet, they were like, well, and he had a book on board. And seriously. And so they read the book and they were like, oh, this is what your culture is like. And so then the Enterprise D
that
shows
hotel
up.
in the middle of, yeah. All right.
Right, and the spinning door. Riker, Worf, and Data show up, and then they just, play the game. And the only way you can get out is if you play the game. But also, Captain Richie, if he got out, where was he going to go? So, I don't know. I think that there are higher stakes in the Royale. This is just a silly hologram program. So I would say,
but the idea
like in
that
terms
an
of
alien,
stakes in science fiction, I would say the Royale is better.
yeah, the Royale had higher stakes, but the idea that an alien this advanced would think a crappy novel is the world that a species would want to live in is they essentially created a hellhole purgatory for that.
I remember
astronaut.
that episode as being kind of like an interesting idea, but I don't know.
I love that episode. And also, I would like to remind you that this is still when Gene Roddenberry was in charge of Star Trek. And let's not forget, infinitely powerful god aliens is the only thing that Gene Roddenberry knew how to write.
Not the only thing, but he did like them. He did like, and
like Apollo,
many
zapping
others.
Chekhov.
Like what? Name another thing that Gene Roddenberry could write, except for
didn't he have a hand in the second TNG episode?
Oh, the drunk people, which
the
brings me to my
planet
second point. Gene Roddenberry was a drunk.
No, it's the planet of Arabic people.
No, Lieutenant Yaw. No vaccine.
Hey, well, he did come up with Assignment Earth. That was kind of creative.
That's only because he wanted to see Terry Garr in a short skirt.
Okay, but you know what? We do not have enough time for me to defend.
No, we
Roddenberry,
don't.
And
What was the name
but I
of
do
the
love him.
TNG episode where they're on the planet of like blonde people? That were,
Justice.
like, children.
That's
yeah,
Justice. Yeah.
That one. That I was like, man, I could see his hand in that a bit. It's like, oh,
And they were
this is
going
the
to
kind of
kill
colony he
Wesley,
wants to
but
live
there
in.
is no justice.
I must welcome this lovely one.
Oh yeah.
I have that.
We still, Jill, don't we still have a plan to talk about the best things about seasons 1 and 2?
That's something for later, but yes.
Great.
Yes, that's a plan of things that we're going to do. That is a very specific thing. We're getting close to Scotty's event horizon. So yes, let's go.
Who said
Let's
that?
leave. That is
You are absolutely correct. Liberate tutame.
Let's Well, I was trying to create an exit and then Scotty kept talking. So
That's the event horizon.
yes, it is. Where my words spiral into Scotty and he creates a bigger galaxy. So let's go. We had fun. We went to the holodeck and we did lots of great stuff. We've talked about lots of interesting, important things, and we saved Vic Fontaine, which everybody loves and cares about.
Yeah, didn't want to see him go.
True. So I need to update my membership credits, but I'll play it anyway here. I'll update that soon because I did have a few new members. Thank you everybody who became a member recently. I'll get you up there soon. Talk to you guys later. Good night.
400 quatlus on the newcomers.
and the ways our differences combine to create meaning and beauty.
It has always been easier to destroy than to create.
May we together become greater than the sum of both of us.
Well, now you have something new to think about. Carry on.
Going to bed. Gotta turn off the lights. Hey, there's TV. Gotta turn off the power. Hey, turning off things. Yeah, it's time for bed. So now, where's the sleepy place? It is upstairs, but I gotta make sure the door is locked, and now it's time for bed. Baxter, he's on the couch. He wonders why I'm singing. I'm going upstairs, and Baxter's coming with me. Just found a little poop. Gonna pick it up with my fingers and throw it in the toilet. Baxter is not to blame. Hey, buddy, you coming up? He's looking at me like I'm a crazy person. Come on, it's bedtime. Anyway, that's my song.
When were you in Miami? I don't know what he's talking about.
Who's this?